What's up, man? Welcome back.
Hey, my computer's still loading some programs, so let's just give it a minute, see how we're doing for connection.
Amazing Atheist get angry at Rick Perry.
Yep.
That guy's pretty cool.
I like that guy quite a bit, yep.
You know, like, in my Free Thinkers Club, he gets a lot of kind of like, oh, that's just angry, it's not helping.
He's right, though.
He's right, yeah, I know. Like, 99% of the time, I'm just like, no, yeah, that's pretty much exactly my opinion. It's expressed with more cursing and alcohol, but it's basically my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Like I said, he expresses the beliefs the way I wish I could. Because I wish I could just go up to people and just be like, you're a fucking idiot! Just, like, start yelling at them, but, you know, I'm not a psycho.
Well, yeah. I guess he does do kind of more unedited jams. I watched one of those. It was like half an hour.
Where he's just like talking and asking or answering questions. The Amazing Atheist is actually a persona he puts on.
Yeah, like he has his own channel too, which is just
right. I like listening to it. Like he's actually a pretty good guy when he's talking. He seems nice.
And man, this whole like in the secular movement right now, there's this big like weird sexism thing. And I just don't get it. Like. It's just like, no, everyone who's saying, yo, this is being blown way out of proportion is probably right. And I'm not no, so I can't really weigh in on that.
Yeah.
But, like, there was an incident that was basically described as like, oh man, that's sexual harassment, dude. There's like so much sexual harassment going on at these conferences. This is just out of hand. It's disgusting. But then the actual story that sparked it all was in Las Vegas at a bar after drinking a lot. A dude said, hey, want to come back to my hotel room? That was the incident. That was literally the entire incident. It was just like, that's just a thing that happens.
I remember hearing about that, actually.
Yeah, and you can just kind of go, no, I don't want to do that. Like, that's fine. Like, there was no, like, rapey anything. Nothing bad happened, really. It was just...
But it's the fact that a guy wanted to get with a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was, you know, that should be kind of complimentary in some respect, right? Almost even.
Like 100%, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I thought I looked pretty good. All right. I'm not into him, though, so fine. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But...
also, you know what? It never hurts to ask.
Yeah. And it wasn't... Yeah, he didn't cop a feel or anything. It was just, he asked.
And what if she's all like, ooh, I want to suck your dick so bad?
Yeah.
It's like, you would never know unless you ask.
Exactly. There you go. And that was the whole, like, yeah, people getting banned off of blogs, comment wars, all this stuff. That was the initial thing, and I couldn't believe it when I saw that that was what started it all. It was just weird. Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, PZ Myers, lighten up. Just, come on, ain't free speech unless you can say anything. Thunderfoot, woo! I don't know. Situation... I have never really watched Thunderfoot videos either. Apparently he's kind of a jerk, but that's not even really what we're talking about. Amazing Atheist, he's entertaining YouTube personality.
He's changed quite a bit, too, from, like, his earlier videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, he's softened up some? He's like, I got married, I'm a happier guy?
No. Did you watch the one where he answers, like, why he's getting married?
Yeah, I watched that one.
That one was actually really heartwarming. I felt really good about that.
Self-facing or whatever, yeah. More personal. Which is, I guess. I still don't quite... I don't know.
I don't know. I think that dude's kind of affable.
Okay. Fair enough.
But maybe just because I understand where his anger and stuff comes from.
A salty, surly kind of guy.
But, like, probably not.
Yeah.
Not to, like... Not as, like, instinct or something. Like, it's probably not his nature to be like that in real life.
You roll up to him on the street, he probably wouldn't just start cursing at you.
But yo, YouTube, it changes a man. It's like, nom.
You gotta play it up for the camera a bit.
That's right.
Yeah. Speaking of playing it up for cameras, though not really, the live stream we did, maybe a little bit.
Oh, yeah, there were some issues with that, but yeah.
And also we had weird audio stuff, and half of conversations and whatever, so...
Right, so for anybody who probably didn't catch it, which is a lot of people, because it was literally last minute, like, we tweeted it as it was happening on a Friday night, with no one, like, knowing.
Right, yeah, like, cancel all your Friday plans, watch me play Renegade Ops instead.
Well, we didn't even know if we were for sure going to.
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
Like, literally as we were streaming, that's when we started tweeting.
It was
about
fun,
it.
though. Renegade Ops, dude. That game's fun. I played some more of it when I got home.
Yeah, you played quite a bit of it with
Yeah.
Eno from The Awful Gamer.
Who was inaudible in the stream.
Which is really actually funny, because now it just sounds like we're talking to each other and you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Which I was talking to myself some during the Sonic one. Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing. And that's why I kind of say playing it up for the camera, because you just kind of, like, that camera becomes the other person there. Like, that microphone.
Did you watch any of that stuff?
I haven't gone back and seen it, no.
Okay, because we do some really weird commentary, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to upload all that to YouTube.
Okay.
Under
we
my...
talk about movies and things, and I don't know.
Like, maybe that'll be a thing we do every now and then. Like, not scheduled, like, but, like...
It's like you're turning, hey, I'm going to go chill at my friend's house, play some video games, into something sort of productive.
Yeah, like, maybe a YouTube series, just like Play and Talk with Paul and Nathan.
Sure.
Or something.
Yeah, come up with a little logo. I could dance around in a theme song video.
Theme song, and then some weird song like Nicki Minaj will play or something, I don't know.
Sure. Or our hot new theme song. I was actually thinking when I was listening to it at work, it would be like, man, we could do a dumb little thing with this. I could just start dancing.
Okay.
I'm bad at dancing, too, so it would be...
humorous.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I've been wanting to do? Is I've been wanting to stream some Kinect games. I'm wondering if you're into that.
I have not played many Kinect games, so sure. And the new Double Fine TV Action or whatever is coming out soon.
Exactly, so I was thinking of doing some, like, of that, and probably, like, Dance Central and stuff like that. But, like, obviously we would have a little camera, like, on us.
Us doing stuff, so it... Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, you've seen Giant Bomb, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. I need to play more Kinect games anyway.
I don't know. I think we should do that. Just quickly, the intro theme is Stunt by Matt McFarland. Anybody interested in his music can go www.mattmcfarland.com. He's gracious enough to do a bunch of music and put it up royalty-free as long as we say where we got it from. And you know what? Pretty good stuff. Like, I like that intro, so we're going to use that probably for a while.
It's CCL, right?
It's CCL, yep.
I just like saying that because I know what it means.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Internet.
The future of internet.
Jonathan Colton.
Sharing.
Sharing, yeah. Sharing is caring. All of these things.
Friendship is magic?
Friendship is also magic, and that's what we do while playing Binary Domain, is friendship it up.
I think we had some of our best conversation during Binary Domain.
About
that night. About everything. That was we started doing gruff voices for about 10 minutes, and then we started singing a little bit of Nickelback.
Right, that did happen. It was just us and Rogue Ninja hanging out on the internet.
Rogue Ninja, we'll get to him a little bit later because he gave us a question.
Oh, but great. Yeah. Fantastic. But yeah, Binary Domain seems to be kind of growing on me a bit. Like, it's just like...
It does that, actually. The part you played when we first started playing it back, like, 2 weeks ago now, roughly?
Yeah, I was playing some tutorial stuff.
That's probably the worst part of the game.
Okay, when it's taking itself the most seriously.
It's slowly been growing to something, and I am really looking forward to what happens. It's a ridiculous game. I have a French robot now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, it was kind of, like I said during the live stream, like, it's kind of reminding me of Armed and Dangerous, but taking itself more seriously.
Yeah.
It's probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it also seems to have kind of, like, it was kind of reminding me a little bit, maybe, of Deadly Premonition in terms of, like, it's mechanically kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it has all this writing stuff making up for it, so I get why it doesn't review super well, because people are just like, it's kind of bad. Like, the shooting isn't amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, but I mean, no shooter's amazing anymore, because it's all third-person hide behind cover. This one at least has some, like, thought going.
It has personality. It has character.
Personality is everything. Like, that can make the...
Like, it kind of is. So, yeah. And it has robot racism, which is really weird.
Yeah, you guys, these are issues we're going to face in the future.
Scrapheads.
Scrapheads?
That's the future derogatory term, so get used to it, I guess.
I also swear there's going to be some sort of, like, what? This person was a robot all along? That's going to happen at some point.
No, totally. And, like, they're probably going to freak out, and, like, Mad World by Gary Jules is going to play or something. They're going to kill themselves. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm. I was also thinking of Sixth Day a little bit.
I haven't seen that ever.
Oh, okay. Michael Rappaport, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Okay.
clones. It's okay. And it has a twist that I'm assuming this will also basically have, but with
Where one
robots.
of them's a clone or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
like, yeah, it's a decade-old movie. Do you care? I could just,
I
it doesn't.
mean, if I haven't seen it by now, no. So go ahead.
Okay, it's literally just like the Arnold Schwarzenegger you've been following for most of the movie. He finds out he's a clone, and
Oh,
it's like,
snap.
what? Are you
So,
serious?
spoilers for Sixth Day.
Yeah, 6 day spoilers. It's
If,
probably still kind of funny.
like, if you cared at all, you would have seen it.
Yeah,
So,
Rob Duvall. But man, cloning. Where's cloning at? It's been 12 years since that movie. Is cloning still around?
whatever happened to Dolly, the sheep they started cloning with?
Yeah, they mention that in the movie. That's part of their fictional timeline of like it starts real.
So
You
that
know,
was in the zeitgeist then when that movie was
map the
made.
human genome.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly is cloned, and then it's like 2027. This company patents whatever, and like it's just like okay, this is no longer real. And XFL also is big. It comes back and is apparently the biggest thing going on,
Great.
bigger than the Super Bowl.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was also during that time when people thought that might be a thing. Yeah, I don't know. I remember it being a rather entertaining movie, but it's probably kind of bad now. I don't whatever.
I
There's
think I can
helicopters.
honestly say that I would recommend somebody pick up Binary Domain over a Gears of War game, though.
Yeah, maybe. Just like it's like, do you care about big muscly dudes with do rags talking about locusts? And it's like no.
I guess it
Old box
depends what you
here?
care more about. If you want, like, a mechanically sound, almost, like, perfect third-person shooter with
Yeah,
cover, I would probably go Gears because, I mean, even though I don't
people
like
polish
Cliffy
that up.
B, like, yeah, they put a lot
Yeah,
of work into that, and it's really polished and really actually plays very nicely.
yeah,
However, if you wanted just something with a little bit more character, definitely Binary Domain.
yeah. It's kind of a weird thing with games. Yeah, it's like, well, technically Call of Duty is like really slick. It's really sound mechanically, and it's awesome. It's just like, yeah, but it has nothing in its brain at all. It has no brain. So why don't you know?
Right.
It's like, not to rag on Michael Bay, but it's kind of like that. You know,
That's the
like
second time
even
he's been brought up in two
two
podcasts.
weeks. I know, but like even less so because other people can bring character to his movies. You know, it's like, hey, well, we got Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery here, so this is still fun. Or it's like, hey, Will Smith's saying funny things, and Martin Lawrence is
Bad
also here.
Boys.
Sure.
What you gonna
Um,
do?
yeah, I don't know. Watch Will Smith walk around in slow motion in really fly suits and
From
then jump.
Tessa.com?
No, although that
Aw.
would be just yeah, okay, that'd be great too. And
What
so
do you think it would be rude if I brought my copy of Hitch to PAX to get him to sign it?
it would be so dumb. Like if you can do that, that would be great, probably. But who knows?
And like take video of it?
Yeah, I don't. This is like the silliest sounding idea ever. He might roll his eyes or
Like, I
something.
don't want to be that guy though, because I've actually had small conversations with him on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to be that guy that's just like, oh my god, it's Will Smith, sign Hitch.
It's like a doofy joke. I don't know. Like I got Jim Sterling to sign my copy of Deadly Premonition, and that makes no sense.
No, it
So
does, because he was the only one that was really with
championing
it.
it, he didn't
Championing.
make
Yeah.
it at all.
No.
But yeah, I guess yours is more of just a joke. Whatever. Now that I'm thinking about, do you have a copy of Hitch? First question.
I think somewhere here, yeah.
Wow, that movie's so bad.
I don't mind it. That's one rom-com I've actually watched more than twice.
Okay, I just thought it was unbearable. I don't know.
The
But
other
maybe I'm too.
rom-com I've ever seen more than twice, Never Been Kissed.
Okay, I've never seen it at all.
It's
So
bad.
okay, I heard. Oh man, what is that one with Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts, and she's like an actress or something?
Is that Mickey Blue Eyes?
No, that is a Hugh Grant movie though.
But it's Mickey Blue Eyes.
Reese
I
Ifans
don't
is in
know.
it.
Every time I hear his name, I think Mickey Blue Eyes.
No one
So
thinks
like,
of that movie. Okay,
so
fair.
like, yeah, you'll have to excuse me if every time you say his name, that's the first character that pops in my head.
Okay, dude. Whatever. I don't remember. Let's not talk about Hugh
Because he
Grant.
tries to do an Italian gangster accent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad.
Real bad. Okay, Binary Domain. That was the last thing we played on the.
Well, I want to ask you quickly, what did you think of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing?
Oh, dude, it was fun. I was actually having a really good time with it. Yeah, just HD kart racing, really inventive stages, some decent tunes or whatever. But like, I like the drifting. It's just real easy.
It feels good too.
It's just, yeah, it doesn't seem to really want to punish you or anything. It's just like, no, just drive the cart, dude. Just drive the cart.
Just
Oh,
have
you're doing
fun.
that? You got a super power up that basically puts you in first place. And even then, I lost a couple times. So it's like not. It's not balanced, but it's a kart racer, so who cares? You know, it's
Right.
supposed to be just fast, bombastic fun,
and it is that.
Yeah,
and it has some weird, obscure characters in it too.
Yeah, no, like I'm at a point now with the unlocking stuff where I don't know most of those dudes. Like it's just like, oh, it's some weird little robot. I don't know what that is.
Which one?
Like, I just got the Shenmue guy. It's the most expensive dude. He's like got a little wind-up propeller or something, or some wings. I don't remember. He's probably from a Master System game or something. I really don't know.
Opa?
Opa?
Is that who you're talking about? Opa?
Probably. What's Opa?
He was from Fantasy Zone.
Nope.
He's a sentient spaceship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, alright. I mean, dude drives a cart apparently, and that's great.
Well, he is the cart, I guess.
And I was playing he just drives on his own little wheels or something?
Well, I mean, he's a sentient spaceship.
Oh, so he's just flying like a little spaceship.
Well, yeah, he's just moving. Like, that's just him.
That's what he does. Okay, I was playing as Big the Cat for a good part of it.
Yep.
Because he's got a little motorcycle and he's really big, so it's like, it's not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Big the Cat? It's dangerous.
And Ulala.
I played as Ulala some because she's from Great Games and she has a spaceship. And she shoots stuff when she's doing her superpower. She does the whole choo-choo-choo thing. It's pretty great.
Choo-choo-choo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Up, down, choo-choo-choo. It's all that kind of stuff.
Man, I'm so bad at those.
Yeah. I'm also now, though, I've been hearing more and more about, like, dude, latency is making rhythm games harder. So it's like, oh, I'm not bad at it.
Well, damn near impossible, yeah.
It's my TV. So I'm actually great at rhythm. It's just, TVs. Yeah, so Sega and Sonic All-Star Racing, it's pretty great. I may play more of it sometime. I don't know. For kart racing stuff. I kind of wish I got on that earlier. But
yeah.
Or there's probably nobody playing it online and anything, right? That time is passed.
I mean, I'll play it with you if you got it.
Okay.
So there's that.
We need to still play PSN Renegade Ops, maybe.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so
I have to install it though.
Oh. Okay.
Like I've downloaded it, I just haven't installed it.
Mm-hmm.
So that would only take probably about 3 hours, knowing the PlayStation.
Okay. So, yeah, that was it for the live stream. Stay tuned to the Expo Sure channel for more amazing business.
Yeah, I think anytime we live stream at my house, I'm going to start using my channel. Like, unless it's John, because then John can use his, that's fine, I don't care.
Right.
The reason is when, like, we left it up...
Emails bomb everybody he knows. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
Like, he didn't like that either. Because, like, it was just supposed to be us playing games and having a little fun, and then all of a sudden, like, he emailed everybody in the world. So, yeah.
John just went live on this channel.
And everybody's like, oh my god! And we had, like, 50 people in there before our mic check was done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so... But then at the same time, that keeps my roommate happy. I know she likes talking and trolling the chat.
Yeah.
More than anything, I just like people listening to us talk because I think we're ridiculous.
Okay. I think we're kind of wise sages, and people should come listen to our...
In a ridiculous sort of way.
...nations on life and things, but however you want to look at it, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, what's next on the docket?
I'm thinking we'll quickly go down what we've been doing because there's one other thing we both did, and then some future stuff coming up we'll talk about. Okay. That'll probably take a bit more time. So I started watching Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt on a trip up to Edmonton that I found out about 5 hours before I was supposed to leave, and then I didn't end up leaving on the early bus.
Oh, so you're just on the bus with like a tablet or something? Like,
well, with my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Dude, okay, so Red Arrow, have you ever taken it?
No.
Next time you have to go to Edmonton, you might as well.
Why?
Because it's $70 for a ticket right to Edmonton.
Isn't that more than Greyhound?
Well, it's about the same as a tank of gas.
Oh, okay.
They give you, like, you can choose single seats.
Uh-huh.
You can help yourself to their drinks, which is like sodas or bottled water and stuff. They give you cookies. They
Mm-hmm.
have a washroom. And they have plugins and USB plugins for all of your devices and Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's the best way to travel. The only thing is, it usually takes a bit longer depending which one you get, because there are buses that go right from Calgary right to Edmonton, the express ones, but there are some
Yeah.
that stop in Red Deer for like 15-20 minutes.
Just drop some people off or something, or
And just chill out, get the
grab a
driver out.
sandwich or something. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So if you ever need to travel and you don't feel like driving, I would highly suggest them.
Is there... Okay. I'm just trying
And
to think what other bus options there are, really.
and they are not paying me to say that.
Okay.
I wish they
I
were.
believe you. Yeah, that would have been great. So, Red Arrow, consider sponsorship.
And they're only Alberta only, so...
Yeah, we can talk you guys up for the Edmonton Expo, maybe, or something. So,
Oh,
email
dude.
us.
You know what? I might reach out to them and ask them, like, if I got a party together. No, just kidding.
Group discount? Like, what do you mean? Okay, whatever. All right,
You
so
give me 10% of the profits.
You're watching crazy anime on the bus.
And I realized that show, like, okay, so I was sitting near the back of the bus where the bathroom is, and every time someone would go into the bathroom, it'd be fine, but when they came out, they could totally see what I was watching.
Yeah.
So I would pause it every time they came out, because there were a few parts I didn't want them to see in anime form. Like,
there's some
weird stuff going on in some of them.
It's overtly sexual in a way I found hilarious, but out of context, you'd just be like, you're just some weird
pervert. Yeah. Specifically,
in the back of the bus,
I found this the hard way on the first episode, where when they like start taking their stockings and panties off, it goes into the like hentai form anime, no longer really a chibi style. Like they're like
strip holes.
They're very strip holes, and they're very leggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when that happened, someone walked by and I'm like, "Oh shit." So
was that I thought that was... Did you get to the 4th episode?
No, that's the next one.
Okay, 4th episode is where it reached new territory of just like, wow, amazing. I didn't think you could do that, but good stuff. What do you think of it so far, the first 3?
It's fantastic. It's one of the best animes I've seen in a while.
Okay, good. I was worried I don't know, just post Oda Fest, like, it's like, oh man, sexualizing stuff. Like,
no, see, that's not the issue, though, because, like, when it's playful and self-aware and it, like, takes charge of it, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Because, like, Panty knows she's a total whore.
Sure she does. She has also the goals. 1,000, dude.
Exactly.
1,000.
Like, she just knows. And, Stocking kind of berates her a little bit for it, like they all do. But, like, it's just a thing. Like, with Bayonetta, like, that was playful as well.
It was reminding me of Bayonetta quite a bit, but I got more enjoyment out of this, because maybe I just didn't have to play it or anything. So it's like, that boss isn't kicking your ass anymore. You can just kind of watch crazy stuff happen.
Well, what I was thinking is, what would you cast as a live action? Who would you cast? Live action Panty and Stocking.
Live action, that'd just be crazy. You can't. But no.
Even though he's dead, Isaac Hayes is Garterbelt.
Bring him back from the dead. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know.
At this point, I want affordable Terry Crews. He's pretty great.
That would be amazing.
You could actually, I think, be.
I think he could pull it off.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Well, he's pretty funny. White Chicks. Ever seen that movie? Okay, he's in that movie.
Okay, he's in Newsroom, which he was in this last episode again as well. And Expendables and stuff, but we'll get on that later. Okay, who do you cast as live action Panty and Stocking?
Chloe Moretz.
Chloe Moretz, just to be extra.
Just because she's come up in like the last 3 podcasts we've done.
Inappropriately young, make everyone extra uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, specifically Panty, you're probably saying, because that would be the worst.
That's exactly who I'm saying, yeah.
Dude, no. I'm trying to, like, who has the right weird, giddy, over-the-top... I don't know, dude. I have no idea. Who would you cast? Like,
For Panty?
yeah, for Panty. Or Stocking at this point. I don't know.
Okay, for Stocking, it would
First of,
be...
first of
Oh,
all, maybe, like, listeners haven't seen it. Like, one is extremely, like, sexually crazy, and the other one is very candy-obsessed and goth-like.
mm-hmm.
So, like, what? Mary Elizabeth Winstead's in my brain, but I don't know if she would do that. Either of them right, you know?
Yeah. Have you
Like,
ever seen Homeroom?
Homeroom. No.
Okay, Busy Phillips in that would be Stalking.
Philip in Homeroom would be Stocking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I put a link into our Skype window,
Mm-hmm.
so you can go ahead and click that, and she's the one on the left,
Okay.
and you'll see what I mean.
I guess so, sure. This was 10 years ago, though.
Yes.
But,
But that's who I picture in my head for her.
okay.
So that might be okay.
Like, I'm just thinking, like, Anna Faris, like, 10 years ago or something.
Like, I'm thinking, for Panty, you'd almost have to go to porn.
Okay.
Because, like, they would be the only ones giddy enough to act that whorish.
But, like, I'd want a good actress, too, though. I don't know.
What about, like, Jamie Presley?
I'm actually not familiar with her.
Wait, is it Jamie Presley?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you know this? Don't you know your porn?
I do know some, but not just. I don't know. She's not on my radar. And.
Yeah, I think it's Jamie Presley.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
Jamie Presley as.
I think she's a natural blonde, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah. So that might work.
Oh, wait. Should she even be on IMDb? Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, probably for, like, I think, no, that was
Wait,
Jessie Jane in Pirates.
Now I'm seeing My Name is Earl. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sure. Why not?
What about...
Was she also in the DOA movie?
Oh... You know, I could check. It is right beside me.
Yeah, she is.
I'm gonna say yes, though.
She's in the
Actually, no, I got it. I'm thinking the wrong person. Jessie Jane is who I'm thinking about.
Okay.
If you've seen that Pirates movie, that adult movie,
that is.
she's one of the main girls in that. I think she would be perfect for Panty.
Okay.
So, yep. Welcome to the Pixel Response Podcast, where we're looking at porn while we're talking to you.
She's like 32, though.
I'm not actually looking at porn. Just,
okay.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, and we'll discuss porn later, so we'll put a pin in that conversation for now.
Okay.
But, okay, so far, Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt, pretty awesome.
Pretty great. I'm sad that there's only 8 episodes left.
Yeah, I think there's apparently talk of some more, or another special or something to wrap it up or whatever, but...
Or like a movie? That would be great.
It does suck that there isn't enough of it, because, yeah, I burned through it really quickly, and I was just like, man, what even comes close to this level of energy and gets it right? Like,
well, I went through 3 episodes in, like, 2 hours.
Yeah.
On a bus, taking my time, so, like, it goes by real quick. Mm-hmm. Especially since it's split up into a bunch of little ones into halves.
Yeah. But the pacing seems okay on that. Like, I've been watching more Powerpuff Girls, too, and some of them seem a little rushed. Like, they'll just be like, we need to end the story, blah. Whereas this one's like, wow, what happened? That was
Man, they start that anime off weird. The first episode with a shit monster.
Yep, there's a shit monster.
Like, oh, this is the type of... Okay, let's do it.
And there's the weird one, Speed Demon thing.
The Speed Demon. I gotta go fast! Faster!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Double entendres throughout.
Yeah.
So, yeah, get some wordplay. There, like, some of the later episodes, like, there was 1 or 2 that I wasn't as jazzed about, but we can talk about them after you've seen them.
Right.
See if you agree. But overall, yeah, it was a real fantastic series, so... Cool. Check that out. It's actually kind of new here. They released a good DVD set of it last month.
Okay.
So I've kind of been eyeballing that as a potential...
Have you seen it in stores?
List. Oh, not like walking around, just on Amazon. But I haven't actually been looking because I don't frequent the anime section because it's usually way expensive.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel comfortable buying a thing in a store where kids would be called Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt.
Oh, I'd do that. But I'm already kind of in the extreme zone with all that stuff.
Well, I think you would be okay because you'd be wearing a brony shirt.
Yeah, it's like...
Or, sorry, a pony person shirt.
Whichever, it's fine. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic shirt, to be clear. And there's more on the way, but they haven't shipped yet. What's that about? We love fine. What are you doing?
Man,
Get 'em.
I tell you.
Yeah.
I just want to take this opportunity. We might have a new Pixel Response member.
Okay.
I've been getting some people. I've been wanting to do more writing content because people have actually flocked to those quite heartily.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy might be doing retro reviews.
Okay.
So we might have a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly feature depending on what we can work out. But he sent me a sample of his writing. I just gave him a few notes that basically the only note I gave him was put more of yourself into there. I don't want a book report.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did, and it's good. So like it takes quite a bit for me to say someone's writing is good, because like I'm critical of anything I do, so I'm critical of what other people do too.
Okay.
So like yeah, he's good. I hope we can work something out, but yeah, look forward to that. I guess some retro reviews for some old games, that might be kind of nice. Other than that, Counter-Strike Global Offensive,
Yes. That
which
is a
you have
game.
also been playing.
I've played about 9 hours of it right now.
Okay, you've been playing it a lot more than me then.
Yeah, I think I've done 100 matches or something at this point.
Are you back in the feel yet?
I'm not doing like amazingly well at any point, but it's fun.
You agree that that game has a feel though, right? Like once you get in the groove, it's really fun.
Yeah. Yes. But it's also learning maps and stuff too. Like some I just don't like very much, and they keep coming up. And also like I love Arms Race. It's my favorite mode.
Yeah.
But it defaults to just 2 maps.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I thought was just a product of the beta when I first played it.
No,
Like,
that's just the way it is though.
I was just like, oh, it's the beta, so they've blocked up all the other maps, and after it's out, then we'll be able to play. But no, it's literally just those 2 maps are designed for it. Which, man, like I still like the mode, but I'm just tired of that airport and tired of that crappy little village. I just don't want to play there anymore.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I love Office, the map.
Yes.
But no game mode other than like Classic Casual has that, and I don't want to play Classic because I end up sitting there watching for most of the game.
But see, Classic is what I'm talking about. Once you get into the feel of that game, Classic is the funnest mode to play.
Well, there's like a tension to it and everything.
Yeah.
And you need to keep yourself alive. It's got its own quality for sure. But like, I've just been into kind of a keyed up mode. Like I just want to shoot stuff and then jump in again and shoot more stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why Arms Race is kind of my thing. Like I started playing Demolition like a day or 2 ago, which has kind of a weird blend. Like it's still round based and you only have 1 life, but you're still like you have designated weapons that you have to then get kills with to level up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the maps are kind of smaller, so it still goes kind of fast, but it's still just not quite scratching it quite right. I like that bank level though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So still some kind of minor beefs with it. I guess you did point out there's no silencer anymore for the M4, which is really weird. I hadn't thought about that.
Especially since that's a huge tactical part of being a CT on those.
Dude, I know. I've been in some, playing in Italy or whatever. Dude, sneaking through the house without the silencer. They don't even know what happened.
Because the map in this game, when you fire, everybody knows where you are.
Yeah.
So like, I don't.
Unless I just was not using it much, and you do totally just right click and it pops it on.
Like
did you try that?
I tried every click, yeah.
Okay, weird. I don't know what to tell you.
But usually for the M4, it's the same button as it is to scope with the op and everything else with a scope.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know, it's making me kind of think that they kind of rushed Counter-Strike Global Offensive out, and they might fix stuff as it goes, and people complain about it, but right now it kind of feels like
really well, so I don't know.
Like, I don't know though. It just feels like a more arcadey version of the old Counter-Strike. I don't know if that's on purpose to get more people into it because of the shift shooters have gone through in the last like 15 years.
Like, I mean, Arms Race specifically seems like a Call of Duty thing. Like they want that faster.
Well, from what I remember, and we talked about this a little bit, I'm pretty sure there was a mod. Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, like, that mode would appeal more to those faster people,
Absolutely, yeah.
But it still plays like Counter-Strike. There's no iron sights in it or anything. They haven't changed any of that stuff.
I'm okay with that. I know a lot of people hate that, but I'm still okay with not having my iron sights, so whatever, I guess.
Yeah, like it's correct because it's Counter-Strike, so it's fine. But like I've gone back to like Half-Life 2 and just been like, what the fuck? What were we doing as a people? How did we play first-person shooters before Iron Sights? I don't understand. I don't understand it.
Counter-Strike's also harder to get used to because it relies more on precision bursts. If you start spraying, your bullets literally will go everywhere.
Yeah, and you'll hit nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Like, they must have an algorithm in there to randomize after the first, like, 3 shots.
yeah, all kind of like the most satisfying run I ever had though was on. It was on demolition mode, I think, and it was just me with an SMG kind of running, and I got like 4 guys.
Yeah.
So, dude, that was so rad.
Yeah.
But that only happens once in a blue moon or whatever. I can't plan for that ever. So, like the running and spraying stuff, I keep trying to do that because it worked one time.
Yeah.
But that's typically not how it goes.
That's how you play shotguns too.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna run and gun, you have to actually know the map and outsmart. Like, then it becomes more tactical because it's like, okay, I assume they're gonna go this way, or the one guy's gonna go this way and 2 go this way because that's what they've done 3 times now. So I'm gonna run right through this middle. I should be able to get through there before they see me, and then I could probably take the 2 out and then just sneak up on the last guy after. Like, you have to start thinking more tactically.
Is such a big part of it, and like some of them are classic maps, so I'm like really comfortable in them. It's just like, oh yeah, dude, I know this one. But then, yeah, like some weird factory specifically was just really tripping me up. And yeah, I did notice one of the options you can choose is just Dust and Dust 2 is like those are the only maps I want to play.
That's really annoying though. Servers that would do that.
Well, because servers would do that normally, they were just like, it's become such a thing, that's just one of the options.
Well, back in like 1.6 and stuff, it would just be like 247 to dust, no op.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No op.
Scouts only.
Yeah, good old noob cannons still in there. People don't seem to complain about that stuff anymore. There were some automatic rifles that people were upset about too, or the Magnum or whatever. Like
it seems a lot more balanced now than it used to be too.
Someone did point out like the scopes when you move with them now it all blurs.
It does,
so you can kind of do real pinpoint, like strafing left and right with the scout, which I totally would do.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of a little more, a little awkward with that, so I can't really do that.
But at the same time, you almost had to do that back then.
Is there any Scouts knives for this one? That's what I want to do.
I want to do that too, so we should probably, after we're done recording this, jump on.
Yeah, if there's some new Scouts knives. Like, there's third-party servers, but we got kicked off of that one for not having a VPK file. What the hell is that? I don't know. Just let me play the game.
Yeah.
Dude. But okay. Yeah, Counter-Strike. It's 2005 again, apparently, and I like it. I think it's
and
fun.
Midnight Brown.
Midnight Brown is up in here. It's if you'll check my Last FM, it's Krasnor Last FM. Yeah, you can see it's #1 on my list.
I guess basically if you go to any site on the internet that has users and type in Krasnor, you could probably find them.
Probably. Except on Kick, I got a different name there, and it finally started using it today, so it's okay. I get it. I get why the kids are up on Kick. You know.
Should I sign up for it?
It's a decent app. It's all right. You might want to look into it.
I think more people need to start using Path.
Path is really good, but you're right. No one uses it.
The interface is beautiful. It's the nicest looking phone app for social media.
That one is all janky, dude. It's bad. But okay, Counter-Strike. That's the Counter-Strike. And that just reminded me, looking at my phone, of Simpsons Tapped Out.
I don't even know what this is.
It is basically a Tiny Tower-esque experience, but with the Simpsons community.
Okay.
And as such, I am playing it because I love me some Simpsons. It actually got me to start watching some DVDs I had lying around. I think season 12 or something.
Okay.
Specifically the Tamako episode because they make reference to it. And yeah, you're just like Homer blows up Springfield in the opening bit while playing a MyPad game.
Okay.
Which is there of the iPad. And they point out in the opening video, like, wait, how did I spend $1,000 on this free-to-play game? I just got hosed. And then it is one of those kinds of games. So, you know, I appreciate they at least acknowledge that they're being dirtbags. But yeah, it's totally one of those games. Like, if you want, you could spend $100 to get, like, donuts, which are your means of buying crazy stuff.
Okay.
Or you could just grind it out like Tiny Tower. And I'm going to grind it out for as long as it holds my interest. And so far, it's holding my interest. But yeah, you just, like, isometric perspective of the Simpsons town. You start with, like, Homer's house and, like, Homer. He finds Lisa, at least in my case. I'm assuming that's what happens to everybody. And then you're kind of slowly adding houses and the respective characters that come with it to your community, and assigning them jobs, some of them which are references to different episodes. They have little voice clips and everything. It, as a Simpsons thing, it's just like, oh man, I love the Simpsons. So it's overwhelming a lot of my judgmental stuff. Like, maybe it's terrible, but it seems pretty slick, you know, for one of these. I bet it's even better on the iPad. But yeah, it's I'm getting way more out of it than Pocket Planes, for example, and that was crazy popular.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you're just collecting money and experience and stuff, and again, chock full of Simpsons-esque references. So if that is a thing, and free to play, but yeah, watch out, dude. Don't give Origin your credit card or anything, because
they will charge you.
It can get tempting to just be like, dude, I just want to build this Krusty Burger right now. Like, that's something that's going on right now. I'm building a Krusty Burger.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend some donuts on that. Oh wait, I'm out of donuts. How much is that? Yeah, whatever. So I don't know who they're getting with that stuff though. Like, who's gonna spend $100 on the Simpsons iPad game?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like some little kid who, like, your parent made the mistake of signing you up, giving you access to that. I don't know. It's going for that very Farmville kind of thing, but yeah, whatever. Simpsons. And 10 million is still great. So, still playing that, and it gets easier the more you play. Sorry, just mobile games, because we were talking about.
Yeah, I
stuff.
do really want to play 10 million.
Yeah, it's for one of those. It kind of at least adds enough stuff. I still maintain it's kind of awkward to be hurriedly doing a slide puzzle, because it's just stressful in, like, kind of an annoying way.
Yeah.
Most infinite run games aren't, because you're just tapping to jump. Whereas it's just like, oh crap, I have no keys. No, and then you lose. It's just like, whatever. But yeah, still, good idea. I approve. What's up? Speaking of indie games on mobile platforms, Penny Arcade Expo is all about that.
Yeah.
They have tons of them there.
Sorry, I just downloaded a Simpsons soundboard.
Awesome.
On my phone.
Does it have dough? Good. Good stuff. Good stuff.
It does. 32 doughs.
All right. I almost thought you just started playing, like, a YouTube compilation of the best dough moments or something.
Nope, that's on the soundboard.
Okay.
I think it's from that episode.
Don't have a cow, man? Is that on there?
I mean, probably. I think this might be a Homer only one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We are not going to become that show yet.
Yeah. Simpsons, it's a great show. Check it out on the DVD or the Fox website. If you live in America, you can watch those for free.
You lucky bastards.
Yeah. Enjoy it, man. Like, you're complaining about, you know, Romney and everything.
You know what? You guys are complaining about the recession and all your problems politically, but guess what? We can't watch any of your fucking shows on the internet.
Yeah.
Third world country right here, Canada.
Yeah. You can watch all the South Park you want. You don't have to go to some janky third-party site and hope it works.
And then get porn advertisements and then realize it's better to just watch porn.
Of weird porn advertisements, Asian women. Like, I don't know if I clicked a box somewhere, but every single social thing now is just kind of being like, hey, is this what you're into? Maybe?
I didn't think you were into Asians.
The internet thinks I am. I don't know. I'm impartial. I hope. I'm not sure. Now I'm getting into weird, like, maybe I'm racist, but it wasn't my choice. I don't know. I was
like,
raised
would that be a race thing, though? It's just like I want to dominate Asian women because they're less than me?
Whoa.
Like, is that what you're getting at?
No, I'm saying, no, it's not what I said at all. I'm more just saying, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't want to say it anymore.
I think it's fair to say we want to dominate any women because they're less than us.
Whoa. No, that's also not fair. These statements do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Krasnor
Or
family.
Pixel Response. Anyone involved.
These do reflect the opinions of Pixel Response, however. That's our
I guess that, like, yeah, I guess that's what happens when the person running it says stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone gets caught under the umbrella.
Dude, this is getting weird territory. Let's just PAX. Can we please talk about PAX? Because that's what I was trying to say.
There's probably Asian women at PAX.
There's probably Asian women at PAX. That's true. So meet them there and play some indie games with them. PAX 10. That is a thing I'm interested in seeing.
I am too, but I don't. There's very few games I know about in it.
That's
So
kind of the exciting part because you get to discover new things that might be the hot new business of tomorrow.
Right.
So yeah. Although that said, like the first PAX 10 panel basically conflicts with the Giant Bombcast panel, so I'm gonna have to miss that one.
Absolutely.
Day one is actually pretty insane in terms of panels, like Mega 64, Destructoid, which I can't go to because our friend John has a panel that I want to attend.
At the Pegasus Theater at 12 o'clock, if anybody's interested, go show your support.
Yep, for sure. There was a Tim Schafer Double Fine Adventure thing that also cuts really close to John's panel, so I might not be able to see that.
Right.
I'm just gonna load up the guidebook app. Anyone going to PAX this weekend should probably get that.
Anyone going to PAX this weekend should add us on Twitter.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll meet up in Fist Bump.
Yeah, I'll go back to the hotel room, get some Wi-Fi, go on Twitter, and say, "Oh, someone was there." Sorry, I can't do roaming down there, dude. It'll murder me.
Yeah. I'm probably going to.
Really, dude?
You know what I did last year, actually, is every time I went out for a smoke, which is about every 2 hours or so, like, at the time, because I needed to get out and get fresh air, because, I don't know if you know, but stuffiness happens when a bunch of people are in, like, a little room.
Yeah, I've heard about this, yeah.
Yeah, so even, like, other times where I didn't want to smoke, but I wanted to get out, I would go outside. And what I would do, I had my phone on me, but I would turn everything off for data and phone use, and then I would turn it on just to look at Twitter, see what's going on, and then I would turn it off again, and I didn't get any charges from it. Because I have free social media, or social networking sites. Like, any app I use that connects to social networking is free for me. I have unlimited data for that. But for everything else that uses internet use, I don't.
Okay.
So I might be okay.
That sounds awesome. So I can tweet, like Krasnor says, via Paul.
Yeah. Just like, give me your phone. You sign in.
Yeah, there you go. We'll just have two different Twitter apps.
But I'm thinking I'm probably not going to be able to stream the drive.
Yeah, no, that sounds insane.
But what I'm thinking we should maybe do is I'll plug in my phone, like, so it's charging and everything.
Yeah.
And then, since I have a mini SD card in my phone with some extra storage space, we could just do, like, a live roadcast. Not live. Like, we would put it in the middle of the car, and just, like, a bunch of us would talk, and we could release that when we got to the hotel Wi-Fi.
What? Like, just record a driving cast?
Yeah.
Alright.
Why not?
Would people want to listen to driving?
No, like, we would be talking.
Okay. Like, I like looking out the window with headphones, but I guess there's people there, so I'd have to... Yeah, alright. In theory, this could work.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is, like, in a matter of days. This is 2 days away.
It's in a matter of days. I gotta say I'm nervous.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I hope all this goes well.
I always get nervous when it comes down to having to do something, like, out of my comfort zone, because I don't know if you know this. I'm not comfortable leaving home on the best of days, and driving for 12 hours to another country always gets me a little stressed, but I know it's always going to be okay, because for one thing, I'm not a blonde, attractive woman, and another thing is that I grew up in fights, so I could fight my way off of an attacker.
Oh, an attack? I'm more worried about, like, America's government getting arrested.
Okay, I'm
too free.
I don't know about you, but my days of getting arrested are past me. I've done that too many times. I'm not doing that anymore.
Standing, like, I'm strutting my pony self out there, being all atheist and whatever, just get arrested. Thrown in Guantanamo.
In Seattle.
In Seattle.
Like one of the most liberal places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow. I don't know. I'm just messing around. I'm being facetious. I'm being hyperbolic.
Actually, the thing I always worry about is if we're gonna have car trouble.
Yeah, car trouble or border trouble. Those are things that kind of stress me out.
I've never really worried about the borders because I've been working with customs agents for the last, like, 5 years of my life.
Right.
So, like, that customs agents don't scare me, really.
Mm-hmm.
So the border thing's not a huge thing for me. It's about the vehicle for me.
Oh, okay. Like, is your car kind of older? It's not going to hold up?
No, actually, the vehicle we're taking is only 3 years old, and we just got $1,000 worth of maintenance put into it, so it was completely highway ready.
Okay, well then we're good.
So, and I have my AMA bag in the back, so like if we have to jump start it or anything like that, we're covered.
Oh, I guess minor concern, money. I don't have a lot of it. Hey, can I pay you back for gas a little later?
I don't see why that would be a problem. We'll work something out.
I just want to bring it up on the podcast.
Yeah, that's great.
So it's a more
at the same time, like, if we do that, don't mention it to anyone else, because I don't want to be paying for all of the gas.
Oh, no, for sure. This might not even need to happen. It's more based on some credit card-related business at the hotel. But, yeah, we'll see how it shakes out.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I didn't plan well for this. Yeah, whatever. Should have left more in the pile.
I think I'm okay. I have almost $1,000.
Oh, you're good.
In cash, and then I have my credit card, and I still get paid on the day we leave.
Oh, dude, you're fine. Like, you have no need to worry at all. I get paid after we leave, and I have, like, not $1,000 at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Personal finance transparency hour.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about this on... You and I will work something out. I'm just not making that promise with anybody else, because I don't trust anybody else, and I kind of trust you.
Okay.
Because, I know where you live, so that's cool.
Right, exactly. Hopefully no one we know listens to the podcast. Oh, wait, I already know that's not true. Anyway, okay, sorry. Yeah, this was a bad idea in retrospect. Okay, Friday, August 31st, other things, Mega 64.
Yes.
I think I mentioned that already. And
I am going to that if I can, so...
There's some live streaming stuff that people are kind of giving tips on how to be more engaging, and I just want to see what they think, and, maybe we're doing it already, maybe we're not, I don't know. Maybe they know some weird social network that we don't.
Yeah, all things considered, I think we're kind of engaging. Like, I've seen live streams and stuff. I think we're, like, I'm not saying anything bad because I love the guy, but, like, I don't think John even interacts with the chat as much as, like, well, he's usually playing, so he can't when he's doing his live streams. He gets his friends to.
Okay.
But, like, I think it's important to interact with the people watching you, because you have to kind of make them feel like they're part of it.
Okay.
So you know what? I take that back. John's fine, but I just realized that he's usually the one playing when he's streaming. So, yeah.
Sure.
But
that was maybe the one thing with Sonic Kart. You know what I mean. It's real easy to play and talk because it's just kind of simple. So I was digging that.
We also did ignore the chat and the few people that were watching at that time. Like, I can see how it happens because it's too easy to get wrapped up talking to each other and just kind of forgetting that there's other people watching you.
Yeah, it's like there's a third guy in the room.
And then, like, you go back to it and you're just like, oh, this dude's been typing for the last hour. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So community management type stuff. That's all I had for Friday. On Saturday stuff, highlights. You got some up close with Kickstarter versus Hideo Kojima, which I thought was weird. Also, Hideo Kojima's there, which is pretty crazy.
I am really gonna try to do Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, like I've said elsewhere, like I kind of want to see how empty and therefore intimate the Kickstarter one gets as a result of no one being there because Kojima. But I also kind of just want to see Kojima. And
like I've said before, Metal Gear, one of my favorite series ever.
Yeah.
So, like, to meet the brain behind it that started it all, I have to.
Like, that line's going to be insane.
I know.
PAX 10 panel part 2. At 8:30, there's Unlock Your Creative Potential, 7 Steps to Becoming a Game Designer.
Oh, so you're not doing Harmonix Game Show Extravaganza?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, but I want to do a Harmonix after party.
Okay.
So I'm hoping they say something. There is a site someone linked me on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
that shows all the after parties happening at PAX.
You need to send me that.
I have to find it again, but yes, we have to coordinate that a little bit better because
Okay.
there's like a lot of parties happening every day.
There's two I was already interested in. There's Double Fine, and I'm assuming Giant Bomb is doing a post-panel.
Well, I know Giant Bomb doesn't really do parties, but they're just like, let's go here and drink, and everyone's like, yeah. So
Yeah, it's pretty much been what it's been in years past. So if there's something more organized happening, that's cool. Then there's Cards Against Humanity, and Loading Ready Run is doing some screening commentary stuff, and I've enjoyed that in years past.
Are you looking forward to the Cards Against Humanity one?
I don't know what they're actually going to talk about.
It sounds like they're just taking pitches for card ideas.
Yeah, if that's the case, it's like hear a lot of bad jokes that people think are inappropriate. And
or like in-jokes.
Or super in-jokes. I don't know. Like that one, I'm not so sure about. Like one of those guys though is on the one that's versus Kojima, so I kind of wish that wasn't the case, so I could go see that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then Oh, sorry. Did you have some stuff specific to Saturday?
For Saturday, 100 best NES games of all time.
Okay.
That's in the morning, so it doesn't. I like.
Here's my question. Like, there's probably barely 100 good games, right?
Like in general.
For the NES.
I disagree.
Like, if you're gonna limit it to one console, like.
Okay. I kind of disagree. I want to see where they go with it, though.
Okay.
So that's kind of why I'm interested. Basically, how I do my schedule is that I see what I really want to see, and then I work around that. So since Hideo Kojima happens at 1, I knew that anything ending at 11 is fine. Anything ending at 12 is not, because I need to line up by 12. So you know what I mean? So then I was looking for stuff at like 9 and 10 in the morning, and at that time on Saturday, the 100 best NES games one was the one I was only considering. But then, yeah, later on, how not to write a game review, I think would be helpful, I guess. I don't know who's really on that, though. Like, I'm looking at it right now, it's Dan Amrich, but is he the only one that's going to be talking? Seems a little weird. I don't know. And then, of course, Harmonix Game Show Extravaganza. Do you know anybody that's going to that in our group?
I'm not sure if Sean was interested or not. I think he might have mentioned it.
Okay.
Just like those guys seem to have a lot of like curry a lot of favor in the Giant Bomb circle, like John Drake and Eric Pope and stuff. But
yeah,
it's like what are they doing now? Like they just released Blitz,
Dance Central 3.
I don't care about that at all.
I do.
Really. Okay, like I like Dance Crimes, but I don't know. I've never really gotten that game. Like I said with mirroring, I think I talked about it.
You did. I don't think that was on like live or anything.
Okay. Yeah, I've never figured, like, some part of my brain is just like, I want to do exactly what that man is doing on the screen, not mirrored version of it.
Right.
I don't want to do it that way. I just don't want to do it that way. And the game's just like, no, that's how it's done. And it's like, alright, I'm just gonna not play this. It's weird. It's a weird hurdle I have not managed to clear yet, but I've only played it like 1 or 2 times. But yeah.
Do you want to talk Sunday?
Oh yeah, Sunday. Twisted Pixel Variety Hour, maybe?
What time's that at?
10:30, I think. So I might still be sleeping.
Okay. Because at 10 I have Snark, Cynicism, and Anonymity, how community managers deal with trolls.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'm even gonna go to the Twisted Pixel one, but we'll see. I've enjoyed some of their stuff in the past, but more recently I have not, so...
Okay.
I'm not sure. Then I had Press XY to continue transgender issues in gaming.
Yeah, okay.
That's just kind of been in my Freethinkers Skeptics Club and stuff, and just some conversations.
No, for sure. I was going to go to the gay gamer panel, too.
Yeah.
To check that out.
Then later there's Twitch All-Stars, how to make it as a broadcaster, so on the same note as that other live
What time is that one at? That one, you know what? I meant to sign up for that one, but I didn't, so...
That's at 1:30.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not really sure who some of these people are on it. Oh, except Jared Ray, I do know of him, so that might be...
Isn't he the community manager?
Yeah. I mostly know him from some fighting game-related coverage on GiantBomb.com. Have you heard of it? It's a website.
Yep.
I keep making... Yeah. Then Concept to Reality, how new games are made. That's on here because there's a lot of PopCap staff on that one. And a lot of PopCap staff just got fired. So
Yeah.
I'm just like curious what even happens with that.
And how many people ask them about details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Concert-wise, I was kind of just not feeling anything. Like, I mean, other than maybe Jonathan Colton, but I've seen him like 2 or 3 times. But
He puts on a good show, though. You haven't seen him with the new album yet.
I have not. So that's like
and a full band.
Like Video Game Orchestra, Proto Men, Supercommuter. Like, I just don't know these.
Yeah, I mean, Proto Men, they're all great.
Mm-hmm.
This time I might stay for MC Front a lot.
Okay.
I felt bad for leaving last time. I actually do like MC Front a lot quite a bit.
Okay.
So I felt bad last time I left right after Jonathan Colton, but I love seeing Paul and Storm. Those guys are great. I love their music. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't really listened to them.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just redundant, but I miss Freeze Pop, dude.
Yeah.
I have some shirts from 08 and 09 that say, "Hey, I saw Freeze Pop," and then they stopped coming, and I was just like, "Oh, I want to see Freeze Pop."
What about Omegathon, the final round?
That's yeah. I mean, that seems to be kind of how PAX ends every year, so
Yeah.
I'll probably go see that.
Yeah.
Just to see what game did they choose? I don't know.
Yep.
And then there's like a little wrap up of everything I wasn't seeing throughout the week. But yeah, like I also I don't know. I just want to spend some time on the floor, just see weird stuff in whatever corner there's weird stuff going on.
I've been meaning to do up a game list of games I've been wanting but are too obscure to find in stores.
Mm-hmm.
Because that Pink Gorilla that usually comes there, they usually have good prices and a wide assortment of games.
They're kind of an import store?
I think so. They're just kind of like a video game store.
I bought a Wendon there one year, but yeah.
That's where I bought Space Channel 5 for PlayStation 2 because I couldn't find it for the longest time. So, and Resident Evil Deadly Silence, Resident Evil DS, if you will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know that one.
It's Resident Evil 1 on the DS.
Perfect.
And I bought that on Friday, and I played it all the way through while waiting for Giant Bomb Panel.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you know, but I love that game.
Resident Evil 1, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Master of Unlocking, obligatory reference to that.
Jill Sandwich.
Berries in it.
Hope this is not Chris's blood. Don't open that door.
Don't open that door, dude.
Don't open that door.
Because what's on the other side? It's the Expendables.
But Chris is... Gunshot.
No, we're transitioning. Expendables 2, it is a movie. Barely. It is basically fan service. They put a camera in front of a bunch of action stars, and they all said their lines. It's kind of like the end of Street Fighter 2 when they all do their character pose.
Yep.
Or Street Fighter the film, rather.
Yeah.
Like, it is so lazy. But I still had fun.
But amazing?
Periodically, yes. There are amazing things that happen in it. There are also eye-rollingly bad things that happen.
We were laughing really hard.
Yeah. Yes, and I think it was going for that. I remember Expendables played it a little more straight.
Yeah.
And I liked that.
Like it was just an action movie with these guys.
But like a dumb action movie.
Yeah.
So it's like it more genuinely resembled
represented their
80s.
movies. Yes.
Yeah, like you're just kind of like, oh man, this is kind of bad, like, Commando or Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this was like, hey, remember bad movies like Commando and Cobra? And it's just like, I do, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be unironic and straight about it, and I'm laughing at you, at how corny it is.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to wink at the camera and say, huh, I was in a film where I said yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, but I'm not going to say it. My friend Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That was so bad. You've been back enough. I'll be back. Yippee-ki-yay.
From Terminator. Remember that one?
I do. I do, actually, yes.
And Terry Crews at one point literally says, you're going to get terminated to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Do you see what they there?
Yeah.
Do you get... I know. Dude, I'm sorry I'm, hitting that note that hard, but they hit it 20 times harder. And then Chuck Norris literally walks out and starts cracking jokes.
Well, he actually says one of his stupid meme lines.
Literally, word for word, says a Chuck Norris joke and then kind of smiles, and it's just like...
It is literally one I have heard from the internet before. Like, it's
Yeah.
not even one that they made up for the movie.
No, this is just let's Google Chuck Norris joke. This one is pretty popular. Chuck Norris, do you mind saying this? And he's like, no, whatever. I'm getting money, right? Like, no problems. But you know, like, why did I expect anything else? Like, and at the same time, you know, Jean-Claude is having fun with that specifically. Like, he seems to kind of fit that better. Like, he has a line that kind of breaks the fourth wall a bit. But I thought it worked in a way that some of them didn't. You know, he delivered it with pizzazz. And Stallone has some okay little bits. Track him, find him, kill him, or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. And yeah, like there's little bits here and there throughout that are just like, you know what? I can't take that away from that. That was pretty awesome. Jet Li beats up guys with frying pans.
And then leaves.
And then leaves. He's just like, all right, I don't want to be in this movie, actually, guys. But I made my appearance, so see you guys later.
Hey, Nathan.
Yep.
Chuck Norris was bit by a snake.
Yeah. What? Oh, wow.
You hear about this?
No, I didn't.
You know about this? You hear about this?
Oh, he got bit by a cobra or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
The cobra, actually.
Yeah.
I just got a tweet about it. Okay, what? Yeah, what happened?
Well, after 5 days of excruciating pain,
Oh,
snake finally died.
Oh.
You can literally look up Chuck Norris snake, and that line is in the movie.
That line's in the movie. And I did not actually get a tweet. I was just lying. Just full transparency.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he says a cobra specifically, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Statham, a now pronouncing man and knife, all sorts of great Oscar caliber
Bad
stuff.
quips. Yep.
Bad quips.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Crews has a cup of coffee, and it was pretty funny.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's an Expendables movie. I kind of hope it does okay still, regardless of being kind of lazy, just for the fact that they can make another one and Nick Cage can be in it.
It would have been nice if Terry Crews at some point put Old Spice deodorant on.
Sure.
And just was like, woo!
Like, they were referencing all sorts of dumb stuff. Like, yeah, it's like, what is the thing you're known for? Okay, do that. And, yeah, like, I could totally see that happening at some point. Oh, man. Okay, the other thing, though, like, I felt the first movie had action scenes that were kind of catered to their talents.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've just had this conversation with you or what. I've said this out loud before, so I apologize if this is reiterating something. But in the first movie, there's specifically a scene where Randy Couture and Steve Austin, who are kind of wrestling men, throw down. They have a big fight.
Yeah.
Right? And you're just like, yeah, okay, that's kind of what they do. Then there's a scene where big, kind of slow, lumbery Dolph Lundgren has to deal with fast, speedy martial artist Jet Li. You're just kind of like, oh, weird, pitting their different respective strengths against each other. Interesting. I want to see this fight. Then, Terry Crews is a big man, so he has a big gun. That works out. Here, it's just...
He's Big Bo.
He's basically Big Bo.
Dude.
Here, it's just kind of like everyone has a machine gun and they shoot infinite henchmen.
Binary Domain movie. They gotta make it happen.
Binary Domain movie, yeah, Terry Crews.
2015, you heard it here first. Terry Crews as Big Bo.
Terry Crews, Big Bo. Who plays Dan, though? That's what
Lucy Liu as Rachel. Is it
Rachel?
I don't think that's even her name.
David Hyde Pierce is the French robot, the voice.
Oh my god, yes. Oui, monsieur.
Yeah, he just throws a little... Yeah.
That works so good.
Little French accent, yeah, I know.
Holy shit.
I don't know who plays Dan, though. That's kind of the question mark. Keanu Reeves, comeback role? I'm just joking. I just saw a trailer for a documentary he's working on. I was like, oh yeah, Keanu Reeves. That guy's still alive. Okay. Oh yeah. Whereas this... Sorry, just to finish the point. The final kind of big action scene in the airport was just chaos. Like, I had no idea what was going on. It was just people saying shoot things, and they were just shooting things. Like, there was no coherence to it. There was no bad guy you wanted to see shot in a cool way. It was just nonsense.
And innocent people were dying.
And yeah, dude, yeah, there were not just bad guys in that airport, so who knows what was going on. It was really weird. But, I don't know. Like, I wish it was better, but... And, like, weirdly, critics were kind of more forgiving for this movie, which I don't get. Like, I don't know what they want from action films, apparently. I just don't understand what their criteria are. But yeah, this one was way higher rating than Expendables 1, which I still think Expendables 1 was just a better put-together thing. There's a car chase in it, too. Like, they have some variety, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do different stuff, whereas this was just like... guns.
It was fan service, just straight up.
So much fan service. But whatever.
But it's still the lead in the North American box office this weekend.
On what was reportedly the worst box office weekend of the year so far.
But it still is at 13.4 million.
Right, but it's not. It's at this point in time, the first one had made more money, so it's not doing super great. Although my friend Ryan did point out, DVD sales on these apparently crush it. Like everyone wants to own big dumb. Like this does well at Walmart, say. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
You go to the Walmart and you're like, oh, dude, there's another Expendables movie. I love.
I never saw Expendables in theaters, but I bought it the day it came out.
There you go. So yeah, apparently it might have some more legs on it than, we're thinking. And I again hope that third movie comes out. But okay. Yeah. I also went down to the movie theater and saw ParaNorman.
I really want to see this, so please don't spoil anything.
I won't spoil it. I'll just say they deal with zombies in a creative way.
Okay.
And it kind of ripped on a lot of horror movie stuff, like specifically Sam Raimi and John Carpenter stuff. I'm gonna say they kind of tip their hat to quite overtly.
Both some of my favorite horror directors. Okay.
Yeah, like there's some synthy music stuff specifically that just seems like, oh man, this is awesome.
Okay.
Oh, and there's a nice little like specific allusion to Carpenter that I'll let you notice and be like, oh, that's awesome.
A Halloween allusion.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Could have been a thing. I don't know.
Does a dude get right up?
Does dude get right up? What?
From like his laying down position, just sits up.
No, it's not like that. You'll know it. It's not subtle. It's just there for fans.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still like a kids movie though, so it's got some of those like, oh, there's a nice little message at the end about things, and that's cool. Maybe a little bluntly delivered, I guess people are complaining about. Like it's kind of just a fun time, and then it's like, hey guys, time to take some, like, I'm gonna take it down a notch and just tell you guys a little story.
Okay.
Like it gets a little serious maybe, but I still appreciated the sentiment they give and stuff. And then there's just a cool voice cast, like Christopher Mintz-Plasse plays this bully kid, and he has a really funny scene. John Goodman's the crazy uncle. So yeah, it's a good bit of business. And yeah, from the same animation people I guess behind Coraline, or the same studio or something.
Right.
Leica.
Yep.
So if you like that,
I do like Leica quite a bit.
And the 3D was totally just didn't bother me. Maybe added stuff here and there. Like it was a pleasant bit of business. So.
Well, I know they did the 3D really nice for Coraline.
Yeah, Coraline maybe took advantage of it a little more just with some of their set pieces. Like there's that weird creepy tunnel to the other dimension, and then there's like the opening bit with stitching and like the needle coming out at you and stuff.
Fun fact, I have Coraline in 3D for my 3D TV.
Awesome, dude. Do you have a 3D TV?
I do.
Whoa, we should do that. Do you have glasses and everything?
Yeah, I have 2 pairs.
What the hell, dude? I've been visiting all this time when I watch the 3D movies.
Like, what else do I have here?
You got the...
I have all the Shrek movies.
You got all the Shrek movies. John Hamm's in one of those. I haven't even seen that one.
I've only seen the first one. It came with the TV. I got them to throw it in.
You're probably fine. But Shrek 2 people like, and there was a Cops joke that I remember.
Okay.
So, yeah, the show Cops.
Oh, Monsters vs. Aliens?
I kind of thought, yeah, they seem to be desperately trying to give those away to everybody. So,
yeah. I got that for $1 at a pawn shop.
Perfect.
Because nobody has a 3D TV when I bought it.
Yeah. Has that taken off? Is that the thing?
I don't know, but the thing is, I was in the market for a new TV anyways, because I gave the other one to my ex when I moved out. So, yeah, why not get one with the 3D capability? Even if you only use it like twice, you're getting a new TV anyway, so whatever.
Okay.
It was the same price as like another TV.
Right. What? Oh yeah, ParaNorman is a film, and I like it.
Yeah.
Seeking Justice is another film, and I thought it was okay.
Okay.
But obviously I would say that because Nicolas Cage is in it, but I think also just on its own, it kind of just reminded me of like those kind of mid-tier, not big splashy movies, but just kind of like, reminded me of Double Jeopardy, frankly.
Okay.
Like, it is that scale of story, you know, like some good-hearted normal person gets kind of embroiled in this weird crime thing that's going on, and it gets out of control, and he's like, oh, I don't know what's happening. and then it all kind of gets sorted out, and then it's over. Like it's not a tentpole spectacle kind of movie. It's just a small little character crime thing. Basically, yeah. Nick Cage is a professor. His wife January Jones gets raped and beaten by some dude. At the peak of his kind of emotional distress from that happening, Guy Pearce rolls up on him all smooth in the hospital. And is just like, hey, I could probably take care of that for you. You know what I mean? Take care of it.
Yeah.
Wink. Anyway, I'll see you later. And then Nick Cage takes him up on that. Turns out the sketchy guy in the hotel, in the hospital, wasn't on the level, and there's unforeseen consequences to his vigilante justice squad. He has to do favors for them, which means at some point he is asked to maybe off somebody that he is not comfortable with doing so because he's just a professor. But he doesn't want to do that because he's a good guy. He was just depressed before, he wasn't thinking straight.
Right.
And the spiral's out of control, and how does he stop it, and what should he tell people, and whatever. And yeah, it's okay. Guy Pearce is all villainy, and Nick Cage is all stressed out professor guy with a goatee, and that's awesome. And real dramatic professor too. He puts some zest on his descriptions of stuff that most professors probably wouldn't at this point in their careers or whatever. Wow, you still got a passion for this, huh? You're still pretty enthusiastic. But yeah, I don't know. I like that dude, so obviously I'd see it. But it's a totally functional little thriller. Put it in the same shelf next to Cellular, Phone Booth, just average movies that don't really matter, but you get to see little things, crime things play out.
Right.
It's okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it for film related stuff for me. What's been going on at the cinematorium over at Paul's house?
Nothing.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, you know how my weekend's been.
Right.
I got home at 7 o'clock last night. Then
you want to riff on traffic some? Just kind of be like, dude, cars.
Dude, fuck traffic. Right. Oh my god, I work 5-minute drive without traffic to my work there. It took me about an hour and a half, was it? Maybe a little less.
Big accident or something? What happened?
Yeah, the overpass that passes over Deerfoot.
Okay, Deerfoot is a road.
Deerfoot is
very popular.
Deerfoot is essentially for people on the West Coast would be the I-5. It's
very important.
It would be it's the an interstate. It's a highway.
Yeah.
So there, and it connects to a bunch of overpasses that goes into different parts of the city. And there was an accident over 64th Avenue, which is on the way to my house.
The road that, yes, I've driven on this road before.
Yeah, so there was an accident right there, and everything was down to, one and maybe half a lane, because people had to go around it was one lane, but everyone had to go around stuff too.
Yeah. Oh man, you're sorry. I'm not trying to diminish how crappy traffic is. You're right. That totally sucks. But are you familiar with the Weird Al song "Why Does This Always Happen to Me"?
I haven't heard it in a long time. I recognize the title though.
Okay, it's whatever. I'm not trying to lay this on you. It's just about kind of how people by default, me too, are kind of more self-interested, right?
Oh no, I am totally self-interested.
Yeah.
There have been times that I have been quoted as saying, "Dude, this is fucking stupid. I hope someone died for this to happen." And then I found out that someone, in fact, died in that accident later on. I didn't feel remorseful at all, because I remembered being stuck in traffic. I was like, good.
Okay, at least it was serious, because if not...
No, I actually felt validated. Then I was just like, you know what? Fine. I'm okay that I waited now, because someone died. It's fine now.
Okay, I guess briefly on that note, when people, the drive to my parents' house is super narrow roads, and there's not a lot of ways around people.
Yeah.
And when people just blaze past me, really dangerous, and, it's just well, hope you kind of get in an accident, maybe. I don't know. And if that happens, I'll laugh, I'll point, and I'll just be like, ha 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 ha!
Yep.
You deserve that. You brought that upon yourself, Van. And, yeah.
Side note to that.
Mm-hmm.
Driving to Edmonton one time, there was a really bad snowstorm, and it was during Christmas, and my mom had come down to Calgary a few days before, and then we were going to go back up together.
Yeah.
As we were going back up together, it's really slow on the highway. Anybody that knows kilometers, it's about 120 and up, depending like on what type of day it is that people go. We were easily going about 40, and like we still were sliding everywhere. And then some asshole in the fast lane it's a 2-lane highway at this point after Airdrie. Like, it goes from 3 lanes to 2, and then it goes back to 3 later on, but that's way further up ahead. So we're on the 2-part lane. This asshole decides that he's sick of waiting, and he's a truck, and blah, blah, blah. So he just fucking guns it. He's going easily, like, 180 on this icy road with no visibility. And, like, I'm trying to follow this fucking semi in front of me with the fog lights. Because he can see where he's going, so I figure if I can keep this guy's rear lights in my view, I'm probably going to be fine until I get out of this spot. This guy breezes past us, and like the gust of wind he created starts like shaking our car. And like we're all nervous and like angry and stuff. We go up the road a bit, see his truck rolled over, and like just a bunch of bad shit going on. And the whole time, I was just like, I hope that guy's head is fucking cut off, piece of shit.
Okay. And less serious thing with that, like a yellow Lamborghini or something blew past us one time, and then like a couple kilometers later, we saw he had been pulled over, and a cop was there. We're just like, all right, finally you doing your job, and it working out. So, awesome. Good stuff.
There's no cops in Edmonton, by the way.
There's no cops in Edmonton. Okay.
I never see them anywhere. We gotta really stop... Yeah.
Riffing, tangent upon tangent. End of the Weird Al point, there was a 12-car pileup, everybody dead, and I said, why does this always happen? Why does this always happen to me?
Yes,
he's late to work. He's late to work, dude.
Yep.
That's more important. And yeah, like, it's a great song, though. There's like a giant earthquake or something. It's just like, hey, why'd you have to interrupt The Simpsons just to tell me that? That's not important. I was taping it and everything.
I remember that song.
Like, oh,
yep.
News break.
I gotta listen to that now.
It's a nice little snarky, selfish thing. It's great.
Anyways.
And yeah, apologies to all those motorists, maybe. Nah, I don't know. Whatever.
No, fuck those guys. I hope they're all dead.
Drive safer.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop screwing around. Whatever you're doing is not that important. Slow
I'm
down.
going to also say one other thing. Texting while driving.
Yeah.
If you can't text while driving, you're not a good enough driver to even be driving, so fuck off. Because it's not hard.
Right.
Like, it's not the safest thing you could do, but it's not a hard thing to do.
Yeah, it's like changing songs with your iPod. It's like the same thing.
It pretty much is.
Either, but you kind of have to. So.
Like, even though
you're not listening to music,
it'll take me about 200% the time to type something out because I'll be careful about it if I have to text something. But like.
But still, Surrey dictation's probably better if you can do that.
I do. Yeah, I try to if I can, but and never with cops around, obviously. Anyways, there is an accident there, which means traffic from all around the airport and my work area, from the mall, from the industrial area, and from people trying to be averted into other, like, because McKnight's usually busy too, so people from McKnight turn into where my work is and then go 64th if they can. So there's just traffic everywhere. It was backed up about 10 miles. It was so dumb. It was so fucking stupid. That's my rant.
That's too bad, dude. But hey, you're here, and
I'm alive.
Yeah, just relax, dude. Just, now, I guess. That sucks. I try not to drive anymore. I've been taking transit a lot, and I guess those are slow, but you kind of just know it will be, and then you get to listen to more of that album and look out the window more. I don't know.
I was listening to a podcast the whole time I was in the car, so that's okay.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay, so that's traffic time with us. We'll get next week's traffic.
Traffic in the morning.
Yeah,
with Paul and Nathan.
Time. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Don't drive. Maybe.
You know what?
The traffic's real bad. Yeah. Stay inside.
Put your car back in the garage, and stop being a douche. Yeah. Just go on transit like everybody else, and it'll be okay.
Yeah. There you go. Or maybe walk a little more. I've been noticing the walking paths. Not a lot of people there. I could use some company. So.
Oh, I can't walk to work, unfortunately, because I would have to cross highway on foot. Yeah. Okay. So that's more dangerous.
Speaking about walking around and listening to music, Sound Shapes is basically a game that's all about that.
About walking around and making music.
The music's just kind of pumping while you're doing stuff, and it's awesome. I played like 4 or 5 albums of it last night.
Okay.
I've had it for a while, but I just didn't really sink any time into it until yesterday. And man, that game's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good.
I really want to play it.
Specifically, I want to just really get into that level creator at some point and see what I can do, because like all the levels are created that way, and they're really cool little things. Specifically, like I dug the first little areas and everything, but the one by the Super Brothers guys, and I guess Jim Guthrie did the beats, but the Super Brothers team did the kind of graphical style and like the story. It kind of has a nice little almost narrative arc to it, despite there being no words or anything. It's just a little musical experience. And it was just really neat. It was basically just about like giant soulless corporations kind of in like computers and going to a grind of a job and all this stuff. Like just all these little office men with their coffees and kind of standing in a row, and you're just bouncing on their heads and opening up doors and stuff. And it was just kind of like, wow, this is awesome. Like I just got really invested in it. That was like the point where I was like, this is way cooler than I thought it was. And then I kept playing past that. I found the Deadmau5 one kind of challenging in a way that was more frustrating than fun here and there. Like, it was going for kind of like an old school, like a retro look with all of its graphics and stuff, like 8-bit style. And like more challenging platforming and less checkpoints in some areas, which kind of broke up the flow of me just enjoying the music and stuff.
What about Beck?
The last level was really good. I only just started the Beck one. I played the first level, and it changes up a lot. Like, they add a lot of new kind of platforms and how it is laid out and everything, and it seemed really cool based on that first level. More lyrical stuff in there and everything. Like, it was like a music video you're in and interacting with. And it was pretty awesome. So, yeah, the Beck stuff seems pretty sweet. I just have not played through all of it yet, so I can't really comment on that. But people seem to be saying like that's the sweet plum at the end of that game, and yeah, it seems to change things up in some cool ways. But yeah, I just want to check like some of the editor stuff. I did look into some community stuff, like I don't know. To the credit though, like it's really easy to load that stuff up, and you can also have like lists of people that you're like, this guy puts out great levels all the time, so I'm gonna follow him, kind of like a YouTube type thing, but with interactive sound shapes levels.
Yeah.
So they have a really good community kind of stuff, like tools for that stuff. So I really want to spend more time with that game. It was last night was kind of like that. Yeah, it rocketed up from like game I barely played to like this is in my top games of the year easily this year. It's just such an interesting thing. So yeah, I really like it. Like not audio surf type stuff, but it has that kind of music. Like it's like an infinite game if enough people want to keep doing stuff with it. You know, like it's like a music tools in game form. So yeah, like pretty great. You could probably basically just make an Arkanoid type music thing if you wanted to too, as like some of the levels. Like I'm wondering how far out there some of the custom levels are, or just really easy ones that you're just kind of bouncing along. I could see that working out too. I'm not sure.
Are you gonna start creating some?
Yes, but apparently the creating stuff is much easier on the Vita. You have better tools for that stuff just in the interface, but I'll do what I can. I'll see what I can do, just messing around with the normal stuff. But yeah, it seems really, really awesome. So yeah, sound shapes, dude. PSN Play, I think it won this year.
I really want to play Papa Yo or whatever.
That seemed cool too. Like I kind of wish I didn't know there was such a time limit on picking it up, like with the discount.
Yeah.
I thought I had till the end of the PSN Play thing, but no, you get like a week to decide whether you want it or not, and I just missed my window. So now I have to pay the full price. But I like from the demo I played, like it kind of reviewed kind of mixed, but I think that's again it might fall into the kind of that same category as Binary Domain, where it's like mechanically kind of not that interesting, which is fair. Like it's a pretty generic platformer, but it had so much like ambitions, even just apparent in the demo, in terms of like trying to tell a weird story and stuff. That
it seems like it'd be depressing as hell too.
Maybe, yeah, like alcoholism and abuse.
Yeah.
Game. It's just like, all right, you know, like
child abuse at that.
Yeah, I applaud the effort for trying to kind of expand.
You applaud child abuse?
I applaud talking about child abuse.
Okay.
Not the actual abuse.
Suicide prevention starts with you.
Yeah. There you go. Call your local hotline.
No, specifically you, Nathan.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, hey, I prevent suicides.
All the time.
Yeah, I hope.
I wish I knew you in grade 7 then.
Oh, was this 1999 like we talked about last year?
Last week?
Yes. I just listened through some of that. To clarify, I know Sixth Sense didn't come out in 2000. I meant it would have been on video cassette. I'm sure no one cared. I just wanted to make sure the world knows. I know.
You want to make sure I know.
Yeah, I didn't get that wrong, Paul.
Because I'm your biggest critic, apparently.
Yeah, you didn't tell me about that either. But okay, yeah. So Sound Shape's awesome. PSN Play. Papa E. Is it Papo and Yo?
Yeah, but isn't it Portuguese, so it's E?
Oh, okay.
Like Papo e Yo?
Papo e Yo.
Yeah, like, wouldn't it be?
Maybe.
Which is basically like Daddy and I, Papa and I.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's interesting. It's interesting stuff. Kind of where the wild things are type vibe from some of that.
I really like a lot of the imagination behind it, but yeah, the controls are kind of weird.
Like, yeah, on some level I get, like, it's not an amazing platformer, but I don't care, because I've played, like, I've played platformers before, I don't really care.
Like Super Meat Boy?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to They Bleed Pixels at all?
What is that, the new...
It's an indie game coming out in like 2 days. Pretty excited about it. And by 2 days, I think tomorrow is what I mean.
Oh, dude, no, what is it? Is it awesome?
It looks like it controls like Meat Boy. Only you play like a little girl with claws.
Is it on Steam?
Yes, it is.
Alright, well, They Bleed Pixels.
I think it played like Meat Boy, because I somehow remember... it might have been part of the PAX 10 last year. I remember playing it a little bit. I think. It looks really familiar.
Gothic sci-fi something.
Yeah, it has a very Lovecraft feel to it.
Platforming beat 'em up.
Yes.
Okay, it sounds interesting. So
and like you can
that'll be great.
It's beat 'em up as in like you can juggle enemies into spikes and stuff like that, but like the platforming looks really solid.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. 2 days to launch.
There you go.
So yeah.
Speaking of Steam, I don't know. I don't know where to go.
Okay. I don't know where you're going.
Right. Okay. So speaking of Steam, you can watch documentaries on there, like Indie Game the Movie.
Yeah.
Documentaries also play on PBS, which is a TV station.
Okay.
Another TV station is HBO, The Newsroom, Season 1. I guess I already alluded to it, but
you probably could have just been like, yo, you know Steam? Or, no. Okay, so from They Bleed Pixels, it's like, that's good news. You know what else is good news? Newsroom.
Oh, boom. Yeah, it's the end of Season 1. I thought it was a 13-episode season, but it's not. It was 10, so it's over. And I didn't really know that while I was watching it, but all these plot lines started kind of resolving. And
okay,
like,
so I need to catch up now.
This feels like a finale. Yeah, you got time now, though, dude. Like, there's gonna be a break between seasons and everything. I really liked it. I thought it was great.
Except that one episode.
Except that one episode, which they do make some callbacks to in this one, in the just in the fact that everyone keeps saying, "Oh, the night we got Bin Laden, that night that we did that we got Bin Laden."
Oh, so they haven't resolved your problem with it at all.
No, apparently that's just an unresolved problem in like the American psyche. Like they still think they're superheroes or something. Which, all right, okay.
Whatever they need, man. Recession.
Yeah,
it hit them hard.
You know, whatever you need to cling to kind of make yourself feel better about the $1 trillion you spent and the people you
God,
killed.
you sound like such an asshole when you say it.
You know, whatever. You gotta keep kind of patting yourself on the head, and you know, that's fine. That's fine. Keep doing that, America. But whatever. You made a great TV show, so feel good about that. Newsroom. It's a good one. Greg Mottola directed the finale. He's directed some of my favorites of this season. And I just like that dude in general.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. They tied up some weird things. Okay. The one thing maybe, not to get, it's not too specific. I'm just gonna be real broad about it. Like any good show, there is a love triangle situation.
Yeah.
And this one seems to be weirdly modeling itself after The Office or something. I don't know.
Like Pam and Jim? There's
literally a character named Jim involved.
Okay.
And he is in much the same position, and it's really weird, because it's just like, you guys know that was a... Like,
does he look at the camera often when something ridiculous happens?
No, it's not that kind of show, but it's still it's just like what like this is and like at the end of the season they seem to kind of like oh this is finally gonna go in the direction you've been knowing it's gonna go in this entire time because it's so obvious,
Mm-hmm.
like Jim and Pam,
Mm-hmm.
but and they kind of hijack it and they're just like no we're gonna drag that on for some season 2. We gotta
Great.
mine whatever we got, man. So yeah, like it was just like, come on, like that's one part of the whole dynamic that's going on right now that's just not very interesting. Those dilemmas just seem silly and tacked on. So it's not perfect. There's things I don't like about it. It also like people have been criticizing it for being like kind of just corny, or I don't know if actually anyone's stated it like that, but the show is corny. Like there's some
Yeah.
corny. It's like, hey man, the Tea Party hella sucks, and we're gonna rag on them all the time. And
Okay.
like it's just like, yeah, okay, like I'm way into this. But if you're not into that, like it's not like really that well presented. It's just kicking them around a lot. And it's like, they kind of deserve it. You should probably make some offhand comments about Glenn Beck and stuff too. Just throw some stuff in there. Like it's doing things I appreciate, so I'm fine with it. Maybe we can relate this to Amazing Atheist in a way. Like it's kind of bluntly calling out certain things and saying this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. It's not doing it especially eloquently sometimes, but I don't really care because I agree. So
Right.
I can't, if someone wants to call it out as kind of lazy writing or something, like, you probably
Who
have
are
a
you to
case.
argue, I guess, right?
Yeah, like you probably have a case, but it's just kind of scratching my back 99% of the time. The exception being, again, yeah, the whole Bin Laden thing. I was just like, what the crap? Because like the show just seems to have such a like self-effacing kind of more troubling like. Oh man, is America going the right way? On like so much stuff, like the first episode literally starts asking all these questions about America and how they feel about themselves and how arrogant they are, and then that
Okay.
was just like, wait, you don't you see that that's exactly what this is, right? Like, and apparently they don't, which is really weird. Like there's a lack of self-awareness there, it seems,
It's
which is
self-aware lack of self-awareness.
what? Oh, it's like yeah, it's weird. It's like the show purports to be so self-aware about like, oh man, is it like okay, literally the question, like it bookends the series, like the season, like is America the greatest country in the world? Like this is kind of the thing, and the main character's response in the first episode is basically no, we have so many problems, are you serious? And then yeah, episode 8 or whatever comes along, it's just like we took care of that though, huh? That was pretty good, right?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, whoa. That was the only one that seemed way out of step with everything else. So I hope I don't know, like someone emails Aaron Sorkin and he's like, oh man, you're right, I'm a huge hypocrite, and then decides to amend that in the show. But
Special thanks to Krasnor.
yeah, let's be like, special thanks to this guy on the internet for pointing out the error of my ways.
So
Next
you
off,
should probably email him so we get some more
yeah,
viewers.
right. I'm just gonna load up Aaron Sorkin's email. I totally have that. Is he on Twitter though? Honestly, I can just
I don't know.
dude.
Dude, get it together. You're better than this.
Like, yeah, you are better than this. Like, this show should be, I don't know. Okay, here's the other thing. I don't know if I brought it up in our little talk about that episode specifically when I was angry about it, but consider this. Aaron Sorkin wrote Charlie Wilson's War,
Yeah.
which is all about the situation in Afghanistan and how they kind of created Bin Laden through their own arrogance and whatever.
Yep.
I was under the impression that's what the undertone of that movie was. Like, but like, and then for this there to be a show a couple years later that's kind of just like, no, we did it, da da da.
It just feels like it kind of ruined not only Newsroom for that episode, but also that movie.
Like now it's like, wait, was Charlie Wilson's War literally just about how awesome
he's
Charlie
retroactively destroying his own work?
Well, it's making me question like how much thought have you put in this? Like it's just weird, right? Because Charlie Wilson is supposed to be kind of a buffoon who represents America's kind of ignorance and how they just kind of keep messing with things they don't fully understand, but they still have a lot of heart, so they're not bad.
Right.
Like you don't hate Charlie Wilson, he's just kind of clueless. And
they're just like the
okay,
lovable idiot that squeezes too hard.
Yeah, like he's way in over his head.
They're Lenny.
Realize it. Yeah, dude, like
he killed that woman, but he only wanted to love her.
Lenny
of Mice and Men? That was Lenny, right? George and Lenny?
Okay. Dude, yeah, okay, sorry, I was not sure where like, I don't know him. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then he accidentally kills a mouse. He was too big. He was too strong.
Here's the awesome part of the show where the English major says he's never read Of Mice and Men and doesn't know at all what you're talking about. So...
Wait. No, I don't have it.
What?
I'll put it in post-editing.
Is it a trombone sound or something?
Bow, 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 bow. Whoa.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never seen it. I've never read it. I don't know.
That...
Steinbeck? Is that who that is?
Mm-hmm. But it's just kind of weird because I thought that was something you would have done in high school.
No, dude. Well, maybe that's like product of a Christian high school or something, but... Although probably nothing too weird happens in that. We were reading Outsiders and stuff. I don't know. That was probably junior high. Hamlet, something. Anyway, so I missed your illusion. I apologize. I should. It's a quality book, I'm told, and Peter Fonda.
It's only like 100 pages too.
Yeah,
it's really small.
I have not been reading classic literature.
Like, I could probably lend it to you if you really wanted it.
Okay, maybe at some point, but not right now. Not right now. Because I'm too busy thinking about Man on Fire.
That movie's really good.
It was good. It was yeah. I enjoyed it.
It had a lot of parts that felt like there was Photoshop filters on stuff, which is fine because it worked okay. The visual style is really nice.
It's like, yeah, crazy hyperactive editing. It was so Tony Scott to a T, which is exactly why I watched it, because I've been told kind of like just super.
It is him unleashed.
Yeah, and it also was kind of just story-wise and stuff reminding me of kind of Peck and Paw stuff, like just hard-boiled revenge movie, like just does not care how violent it gets. It's just totally reckless with that stuff, and I thought that was great. And man, critics didn't like it at all. I thought I was under the impression this was like a well-regarded movie across the board, but it's like IMDb users, it's at 7.7. People love it. Like the people think it's great, but critics 39%. They just were like, this is too violent, this is too stupid, I don't like it. And that was more or less like unanimous. Like a lot of people were not really feeling it, which I don't know. I think they were kind of off base. Like at the very least, it's pretty good. Like it holds up its length pretty well too. Like it's 2 hours and 20 minutes.
It's entertaining too.
Yeah, it keeps it going. And it kind of like Taken, like it gives a good amount of time. Well, okay, Taken gives less time, and it's a shorter movie though. But they at least kind of make you care enough about these action characters, so you want to see what happens. It's like, well, they develop this little relationship, and then it goes bad. She gets kidnapped, and he's got to deal with it, and you want him to go deal with it.
Poor Creasy.
Yeah, Greasy Bear, dude. It's crazy. Denzel Washington. I guess it's kind of what legitimized his badassness, maybe? Is that where that comes from? Was he doing stuff before, really? That was like that?
Yeah, he was.
Training Day people like...
Wasn't John Q before that, too?
He's just like a dad busting up a hospital. That's not badass.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
He was saving his kid. There's nothing more badass than...
overpriced healthcare.
Yeah.
Yet another issue in America. We're just going to call it America. On all our problems.
That's the name of the episode, America Fuck Yeah? Question mark?
Sure. Like books. Fuck yeah. I don't know. That's a good song. Okay. John Q's not very good.
Okay.
I don't remember it being very good, but did you love it? Am I?
No, it was okay. At best.
Okay. Sure. Nick Cassavetes, Alpha Dogs in stores now.
So I think it's time to go to our
this is
reoccurring feature.
Yeah. Specifically, the reason I watched Man on Fire relates to some sad bit of news.
That happened after we had recorded last week, actually.
Just after, yeah. And I was already kind of just angry.
That night.
And I got that tweet, or the tweets and stuff started showing up about that. I was just like, oh, dude, this sucks. Sucks so much. Yeah, pour one out for Tony Scott.
Yep.
Filmmaker, action dude, frenetic.
Jumped off a bridge.
Which initially I was just confused and sad, but then at least I heard the follow-up that was like he had just been diagnosed with terminal brain cancer.
Yeah.
So I understand what the logic was, I guess, in his mind.
He must have had some other issues, though. Like, he must have had... Like, people don't just jump off a bridge when they get news like that.
Right.
He
So,
and like his visual style and the way he did stuff, he probably was a little bit unstable.
oh, you're reading that into just kind of how he thinks or whatever, like
Well, it would make
fragmented.
sense. It would make sense. Like someone unstable is just like, oh, it's all over. I'm gonna take my own life now.
I guess. Yeah, like it just seeing that kind of despair is it's sad every time. It's not great. And yeah, like a filmmaker, I've enjoyed stuff. Like I mean, I don't love everything, but you know, there's good stuff. Last Boy Scout. It's so crazy.
I
It's
love
such a
that movie.
silly,
I
weird
absolutely
movie.
love it.
Yeah, I have that one. Top Gun was a favorite of my dad's. I've seen it a bunch.
Never really was a huge fan of Top Gun, but I respect it.
It's got its 80s, you know, nostalgia thing. It's part of that whole decade
Yeah.
culture. And yeah, just a co-executive producer on a lot of stuff with his brother and everything. Scott Free, Joe Carnahan's The Gray was produced by them and everything. Like it's like he's just had his hands in a lot of stuff I've really admired. And yeah, it sucks.
All right, so I'm gonna try this out here. So,
Yeah.
hold on. Pour one out.
That sounds like it's being poured into a glass.
Yeah,
Okay.
this sound was totally misrepresented by its title.
We're drinking to his memory. That's what we were going for. We're not pouring a 40 out on the street.
We're pouring into a glass
Yeah, we're toast.
for Tony Scott.
That's another one. So one for each of us.
Yeah.
Tony Scott.
I gotta work out the sounds if we're gonna use them beforehand. This is so bad.
It also made me think back on Enemy at the Gates. Enemy at the State.
There's something that made you think back on Enemy at the Gates.
Right, yeah, we're not going to talk about Enemy at the Gates. Enemy of the State, which is just kind of weird because it's almost like a pseudo-sequel to The Conversation, which is like this 1970s Coppola movie about this stressed-out, like, surveillance espionage guy.
Yeah.
I need to see that again. I have it now. But just, yeah, like, I need to see Enemy of the State again, too. Like, it's just fast-paced chases, that kind of editing style. Like, so many directors have clearly kind of adopted that. Like, Edgar Wright makes use of it in Hot Fuzz and tells you so in the commentary and stuff. Like, he's been really impactful on what action looks like on film. So, yeah, total props. I kind of want to just check out some of his weirder stuff, too. Like, I heard Domino was terrible, but kind of in that great
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be like, this is nuts. This is like all wrong, but it's so weird and stylish. It's kind of cool.
That's Portman, right?
Keira Knightley, actually.
Yeah, Knightley. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, her clone.
Yeah.
And the other one that, yeah, like it's a great movie. I do have this one as well. True Romance.
Yeah.
Tarantino
Absolutely
script. Fantastic. Yeah, and Tarantino on the commentary is just like, this is basically exactly what I would have made too. Like, this is awesome. Like, dude totally nailed it. So, yeah. It totally sucks that it had to, like, I was really, like...
I was bummed out.
It made me reflect kind of on our kind of, like, who cares about Whitney Houston attitude with celebrity deaths? Because, I mean, eventually it's going to hit you, right? Like, there's going to be one that's kind of like, oh, that one's weirdly impactful on me, specifically.
Well, it's going to all hit pretty soon. Like, Clint Eastwood, it's a big one. Like, a bunch of them.
Yeah, I've been having conversations about that, specifically in relation to Clint Eastwood. Like, there's just going to be a bunch of legends that we're going to be losing in the next decade.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so crazy.
Like, everyone in the Expendables at the same time.
Yeah. It's just some, like, what are we saying? Like, some horrible stunt disaster in the third one? Or are we just saying,
natural
like,
causes?
Yeah. Which, yeah, man. So jobs opening up, become the new action stars and directors. Not to say, this is not how you wanted it, but someone's got to do it.
So, you don't want to talk about Enemy at the Gates?
There's a cool sniper battle in it, and...
I know why that was in your mind.
Well, okay, to be fair, I've mixed up those two titles before.
Okay.
Oh, weird, I just got a Skype message. But yeah.
The text?
Yes.
You don't want to get into that?
Not right now.
No, we shouldn't get into that.
It's too inside baseball.
It's
too inside baseball.
It's too weird for other people to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too weird. Jude Law, all of it. Check it out. Some weird, unique scenes in that movie. Not all of which involve sniper rifles. Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller.
So bad. Okay. Pour me one too, dude. Come on.
Oh, you want one?
Yeah, can I have one?
Yeah, give me a second. This is so dumb. Nope, it's not gonna happen. Sorry, you're going
Dang
thirsty.
You got hogging all of this. Okay. 95 years old. Okay. What is your knowledge of Phyllis Diller? Because I have one very specific thing I know about.
I have one very specific thing as well.
Okay,
she had a part in The Aristocrats.
Oh, the Filthy Joke movie.
Yep. And she was the only one that was like, oh my god, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so she reacts to a joke in a humorous manner. For me, it's like, okay, it's weirdly specific, and then immediately, as soon as I read the name, I was just like, oh right, that terrible trailer.
Okay.
On the Muppets from Space VHS.
Yeah. At
least in this territory, there was a bunch of trailers at the beginning of it, and I would just kind of watch them.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was for this direct-to-DVD, direct-to-video, whatever. It was the late 90s, probably VHS as well. Kids movie called The Nuttiest Nutcracker, which was just a bad riff on the Nutcracker with living vegetables.
Yep.
And fruit, and they had to battle the rats and things and try to save Christmas. There's peanuts in it and stuff as well. And I guess Phyllis Diller was one of the voices, and I just remember it was like, I just remembered that audio clip in my head, and then sure enough, it's on YouTube, the entire movie, if you want to check it out. I've never seen it. It's probably terrible. But also someone had put all the time into cutting out that exact block of trailers and ads and put it up on YouTube for some reason. Someone else has nostalgia for the Muppets from Space VHS. So awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cheech Marin, Jim Belushi, Phyllis Diller.
Great.
Not in that order. They actually open with Jim Belushi. He's the big get.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Phyllis Diller was a voice in that. So
You know what? Yeah, it's kind of too bad, but it's a little happy. She was 95 years old, and everybody that's reported on it said she died happily in her house with loved ones with a smile on her face. She died. She died with natural causes, by natural causes. So it was just her time. It was just her time. That's it.
Yeah. Then the last one is kind of just, name everybody knows, and a big kind of, well, okay, there's so many corny things I could have said just there.
Do it again.
Okay,
rewind time.
So, this next guy, arguably just made one big step for mankind, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he took one big step to the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
So bad, right?
Yeah.
Nothing you could do. Neil Armstrong passed away. Legendary astronaut, Apollo 11, all of that business, planting a flag on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just kind of just iconic. Like, you hear about Neil Armstrong because your parents saw him on TV and all that stuff. Like, it was just a landmark moment from the 60s. And yeah, I guess 82 years old. It did kind of lead me to read, like, what else did he do? Apparently he was in charge of investigating the Challenger disaster.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So, like, he was involved with NASA stuff post all that, but obviously you can't top that. You can't top being the first man to walk on the moon.
Right.
Like, there's no shame in that. It's not like, then he went on to become, like, the most amazing, like, whatever. Like, it's like, no, dude, anyone would peak with that. That's huge. So, yeah. But that happened. The internet's full of kind of tributes and looking back on it and everything. I saw a comic, the flag on the moon at half-mast. Get it?
Yeah.
Get what they... Huh? Yeah. So, so it's down to Buzz and Michael Collins, who didn't get to walk on the moon. He was out in the, orbiting it,
Yep.
And I'm going to say special shout out to that guy for, taking that hit, not being the glory guy. He has to pilot the thing. His job's no less important, but he doesn't get to actually do the thing.
So Neil Armstrong. That one's for you, buddy.
Speaking of Armstrongs,
yeah,
Lance Armstrong.
The douchebag.
Well, okay. I don't. Apparently, it's kind of just an open secret. Okay, thing that happened. He got stripped of all of his titles because he admitted to using steroids.
Yeah.
Like performance-enhancing drugs and all that.
Yes.
Which, oh, dude, whatever. That's like so cheap. I can't believe he did that. At the same time, isn't that kind of what every athlete does at this point? Like, it seems to be kind of like an open secret.
Like, maybe. We don't know that for sure. We can't say that.
I can't say that for sure, but I saw kind of like some chatter about that. Like, it's just like, dude, the only mistake Lance Armstrong made was admitting it.
It's funny you say that because the Amazing Atheist's most recent video deals with that too.
Like, the only mistake he made was opening his
No, not him. Republicans. He's basically saying how Republicans, if they want any hope in hell to, like, win again, they need to start lying like they used to and stop coming out and saying stuff that everybody knows is happening, but admitting to it, because that's what's making everybody hate them. Because he's saying, like, Obama does all this shit and he does this shit. The difference is he doesn't fucking say it. Just shit like that.
But at the same time, you should be honest, right? And I'm not. Oh, dude, whatever. I don't know enough about, like, we're all couch commentators up here in Canada. I don't really know enough about what's going on in America, what the day-to-day is. But, like, the Romney versus Obama thing, like, it's just like, both of them are kind of not great. Like, I don't know. I'd probably just not vote. I don't know what I'd do. Because, like, both have their own weird laundry that I don't like going through, you know? And Romney's an easy target. Like, he's the easiest
because he keeps opening his mouth.
Oh, yeah, and he's, like, completely flipped on all of his major views, is what everyone's saying, like, because, he was basically voting through Democratic stuff and up until the point where he has to start considering presidency, and now he's changed his tune on, like, all these major issues because he has to appeal to those voters.
Right.
But, I mean, I'm pretty sure Obama's got some weird dirty laundry, too. Maybe he's just better at hiding it. And that doesn't make me comfortable. That's just kind of less overtly creepy.
It's just the way it is. Tupac was right. Things will never be the same. It's just the way it is. All right. I see no changes.
Yeah, Tupac was right, dude.
All I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. Mm-hmm. I'm done. Sorry.
Okay, so Lance Armstrong has stripped of all his titles. It's just kind of weird because he's kind of that sports legend you hear about growing up,
He's a sports legend your mama told you about?
You're like, yeah, dude, he beat cancer, and then he came back and won all this stuff. Like, there's a Cards Against Humanity card about him.
Yep.
Specifically one of his testicles.
So,
but, whatever.
Yeah, so Lance Armstrong, this one's for you.
That's for admitting that we're doing a thing most athletes do. So, yeah, okay. That's it for news. I also decided to write up Nuttiest Nutcracker stuff here, but we already talked about that important story. I guess other important story, Stuart Little. That's a movie. Questions and comments.
Questions and comments. I'll start with comments, I guess.
Okay.
I put this in. I don't know if he wanted to be part of the podcast, but I thought it was nice. So, Wasted Kitten on Twitter messaged me and said, your podcast is progressing quite nicely, and I'm enjoying it quite a lot. Thought you should know. So.
Dude, why'd you... Oh, don't put that on here. We're supposed to read that. Oh, whatever. Okay.
What?
It's fine.
Don't put what on it?
We're talking about how awesome we are on the podcast.
No, I'm saying that's what he said.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Wasted Kitten.
Yeah. I thought it was nice.
I can't say whether
so,
or not I agree.
Giving him a shout-out, I guess.
Oh, so, okay. Thanks.
People on Twitter should probably follow Wasted Kitten because he's actually a really nice guy, too. And he drove across the country. He used to live in Calgary, now he lives in Toronto. One day he just packed up and left.
Whoa, okay.
Mm-hmm.
East Coast, but not quite the coast.
Another comment here from Handsome Fat Man. Yo, talk about Red Mill Burgers in Seattle. If you haven't been there, hit up Red Mill Burgers in Seattle. Burgers. And I programmed it into our GPS. Yep. So that could actually happen. So, Red Mill Burgers, here we come.
Okay, wait, like, this wasn't some bot that's just like, hey...
No, I know this dude.
Oh, okay, it's not like you used the word Seattle in a tweet.
No, if I remember, he actually lives in Edmonton.
Okay.
Yeah, so he... And
so, Mill Burgers is apparently dope.
We will probably see him at the expo in Edmonton, and he said he would bump fists with us.
So, bro hoof us.
Ugh. Yeah,
What?
fine, whatever.
What? Isn't that what it's called? I'm confused.
Okay.
Brohoof.
Do you want to read another question? A question, rather. No more comments.
Okay. Alright, this one's from Rogue Ninja, who has joined us for the stream. Thank you for doing that. What is the best advice you've ever been given, and how has it helped you make decisions for your life? Huh.
It's a really hard question. I've thought about it for a bit today, actually. I still don't know if I have an answer.
Right, like, I don't know if anyone's really pulled me aside and laid some wisdom on me in that kind of great movie way. It's more like I've watched a lot of things and just gotten a lot of lessons from around. Oh, wait, no, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to come.
You got something?
Well, okay, it's not so much like a lesson was laid on me. It's more, I might have talked about this story too. Like, there was that sociology class where, like, I said some kind of overtly homophobic things, like, some years ago. Have I said this story?
Not to me, I don't think.
Okay, this was, like, early in university, just after kind of indoctrination time throughout school.
Okay.
I mean, and, like, it was kind of the first fracture, one of the early fractures in kind of my worldview at the time, which was kind of just fundamentalist Christian without really putting too much thought in it. It's just like, oh, gay people are bad because, I don't know, this book I read said so.
Yeah.
Like, it was that kind of, I just kind of voiced that because that's what I do. Like, that's just kind of,
that's always been who you are.
Yeah, like, up to that point, that's all I really
That's
thought
kind of weird to think that you used to be the way you are now, but, like, on the opposite side of the fence.
Right, yeah.
That's weird.
Guess,
so at one time you were just like, oh no, like, I hate gay people.
Well, but not, like, it wasn't a deep-seated hate. It was just, like, a total ignorance and just kind of, like, idle words. It was just like...
And now you love them.
I hear them, I hear they're bad. I hear they're bad news.
And now you love gay people.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, it was, like, like, I just voiced that opinion in class, and just through the discussion and stuff that happened afterwards, I kind of was like, I really need to reconsider my view on this. Also, I guess this is a good opportunity to give a shout-out. Like, I've tried to find this guy on YouTube since, and I have not been able to, but, like, I commented on some Conan O'Brien video where Bill Maher was on there.
Yep.
Just kind of, like, ridiculing Catholicism and stuff, and I was like, hey, that's not cool. Like, this was, again, before I got out of religion and all that. I was like, hey, come on, stop hassling Conan for doing that stuff, and it's just like, dude, like, this guy named, I think his name was Crucifixion, with fiction spelled like fiction, you know what I'm saying? It's clever, get it? Username?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his name on there, and I was not, I got in this giant fight with him for, like, weeks, just a giant, like, a week maybe. Just back and forth comments forever, just kind of like, and basically by the end of it, I had a lot to think about in terms of my faith, and he gave me a lot of stuff to kind of go through and look at, and that was another important fracture point where it's just like, wait a minute, maybe I've had this wrong this whole time. So yeah, that guy. It was not it was kind of bluntly presented because it's YouTube, but I do still appreciate kind of that guy taking the time to do that, even though it was kind of in the form of like a childish internet fight. It ended up working out. So thanks to Crucifixion, your account must have got banned or something, because I can't find you anymore.
Woo, Crucifixion!
Yeah, YouTube user, that guy. That was like probably 2006 or something, I don't know. But yeah, so those guys.
Right on.
Sociology professor, Mark something, and Crucifixion. So, good job, guys. What about you?
Okay, so I'm gonna paraphrase here.
Yeah.
Best piece of advice I've ever gotten in my life?
Mm-hmm.
So live your life. You steady chasing that paper, just live your life. Ain't got no time for haters, just live your life. Hey, no telling where it'll take you, just live your life. Oh, 'cause I'm a paper chaser. T.I. and Rihanna.
Hey. Yeah, I gotcha. You gonna be shining star. Something like that.
Fancy cars. Yep.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Numa, yay. Numa, yay. Numa, yay.
I really like that song. Like the original song. I like the T.I. one quite a bit too.
Right.
Even.
Oh, is it technically T.I. featuring Rihanna?
It is, yeah.
Oh, Weird.
Never
Okay,
mind what
well,
haters say.
that is
Ignore them
exactly.
till they fade away. Amazing they ungrateful after all the game I gave away.
Mm-hmm.
Safe to say I paved the way for you cats to get paid today. You still be wasting days away now I had never saved the day. Now had I never saved the day. My tongue's all mixed up.
Okay, so I guess on that note, there's kind of always like, I just want to be, I just want to be, I just want to be successful. There's that one as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, where it's just like all the cars and all the clothes and the hose, I suppose. This is a big song.
In all honesty, for advice, I've just been told many times by my parents that no matter what you do in life, there'll always be people that resent you for it. So just do what's best for you.
Okay.
That's probably the best thing. Just basic. Yeah, so basically, don't give a shit.
Or be yourself?
Hey, no, that doesn't work.
Okay. Just be yourself. Don't do that. Okay. Alright, so there you go.
I gotta believe. Parappa the Rapper.
Alright, this next one is from Panic Knife. Is it true that you dislike Asian Counter-Strike players?
No, I dislike Asian StarCraft players.
Oh, because they're too good.
They're way too good. They're nasty. They don't play that game for fun.
They don't. It's like a... Yeah,
they honestly play it like their lives are on the line, and guess what? They win every time.
Mm-hmm. And we're just trying to chill out. We had a couple beers. We're playing some StarCraft. We don't care. And they're just like stomping on us. It's not fun. I've never played StarCraft. Actually, no. I haven't played StarCraft 2 online ever.
Okay.
And I didn't play StarCraft 1. Yeah, no. Okay. Also, we don't know that guy was Asian. Maybe he's just an otaku type guy who types some weird characters on his keyboard as his username. We don't know.
No, that dude was Asian.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Alright. His ping was crazy low, dude. So he wasn't in Asia, at any rate.
No. You don't have to be in Asia to be Asian.
It's true.
We know Ron.
Yeah. Okay. How about that?
Mind blown. See, that's where if I had a soundboard effect or something.
Alright. This next one's from Eno Mezzo. What is your stance on pony porn?
You know damn well our stance on pony porn, Eno.
Well, you can hear half of that conversation on Twitch TV. Do you want to have a serious conversation about porn?
To reiterate, I would rather see a girl suck off a horse than see My Little Pony characters fuck.
Okay, but one is a drawing of things happening.
That's intended for children.
Okay.
There's a creepiness factor there in my mind I can't get around.
But
degenerate behavior is not creepy to me.
But, okay, here's the thing with just kind of Rule 34 everything. Like, sex is just a thing. It's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, characters who aren't in their original context, like it's like, well, you know, they're not going to have sex now because it's a kid's show.
Yeah.
But at some point in this universe, they have to be, or else there wouldn't be kids or anything. Like, it doesn't make sense. So, it's like Pleasantville. It's like the movie Pleasantville.
Yeah.
You know how there's like this weird kind of TV town, but then it's like, wait, what if there's actually sex happening, and then it just changes everything.
And it has that great moment where the mother's masturbating in the tub and everything starts...
Color.
What's that?
Doesn't it become colorful?
Everything becomes colorful in there, yeah.
yeah, like it's just like... And yeah, the people who have experienced sexual pleasure become colored people, right?
Oh man, that's so racist.
They do. Dude, that's literally the analog they make, though. It's about racism.
Oh, colored people.
Yeah, that's not me, that's actually what they say.
I know, but the way you said it and the way it came out...
I know, but it's not... Whatever, okay. That movie's not too subtle about its...
And what we're saying is only colored people get pussy.
I didn't know.
That's what Nathan says.
That's not what
That's exactly what Nathan said. You can put that on a quote. Actually, print it on T-shirts, ship it out, done.
And then at asterisk Pleasantville as well, so people know. But yeah, okay. What were we talking? Yeah, so it's a normal behavior. So like it's less weird to me that like and also that it's a drawing. It's abstracted. Like nothing has happened. So in a weird way, like regular internet porn is creepier. It's just we're used to it.
Okay.
Right. Do you see what I mean?
Fair enough.
All the weirdest stuff happening, but it's not.
As long as no I'm okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And on that note, we're done for this week. If you need to get a hold of us, of course, you can do it on Twitter. In fact, it's the preferred way, because we're both on it all the time. You can.
Oh, this is so awesome. She listens to the podcast. This is the weirdest situation.
You can Twitter us at pixel_response. You can get Nathan at Krasnor. You can get me at Exposure, EXFAUXSURE.
Yeah.
You can look up Pixel Response on Facebook and like it, because you love us. Just admit it. You love us. You know what? I don't say this ever. If you go on iTunes, give us a review.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because that helps out too, because then it'll bump us up above the other Pixel responses, which there are none yet, but you never know. And then maybe we could sue somebody. That would be great. Stitcher, if you're on mobile, of course, look up Pixel Response on there. I listen to our episodes because I'm narcissistic on Stitcher.
You really just don't want me talking about ponies anymore, do you?
And of course, pixel-response.com for more from us.
Okay. Like, stay away from the CMC, dude. That's all I'm saying. You know, let's keep it.
CMC?
The Cutie Mark Crusaders, they're too young. That's where it gets weird.
Oh yeah, that's where it gets weird.
Me, anyway, I've only seen the fringes of it, but I don't personally get too into it, but I'm okay with it existing. Like, it's kind of funny that it exists. That's my stance on it.
Fair enough. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.